Now hit the red one. There you go.
That turned it off?
Nope.
Okay.
Hooray!
Yay! We are live. Welcome to Nikos D&D, the Fellstone Chronicles. Our episode title, I Trip the Light Phantasmid. All right. With that, I'm going to have you introduce yourselves. First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here. I'm Jonathan Albin, the Game Market Guru, and we record these shows each episode at Gameology, a game store in Upland, California. I highly recommend you drop in and check the place out. All the models, or virtually all the models you'll see, have been painted by Matt Unger, who happens to be sitting at the table right now. He is my painter. Our technical services person for this episode is Travis Hancock. And the rest of these guys are a merry band of adventurers in Nikos.
Huzzah.
So I'm going to have each one of you give your character name, class, race, and background, with the exception of you two to start with. We'll introduce your characters in a moment. So just give your personal names, and we'll introduce you as characters as you fit into the story. We'll also be doing something called Our Story So Far, and we do have our resident bard, who is going to be doing so in poetry form, ladies and gentlemen. I applaud that and give him automatically a BP. Now, those of you that are familiar with the world know what a BP is, but the rest of you need to know that a BP, or a blessing point, is something that I afford to players for doing particularly useful and insightful things in-game. Sometimes it'll be for clever use of puns. Sometimes it will be for pertinent and very useful use of movie quotes, especially those that people might recognize. Most of mine now are antiquated, so I have to get you all to watch my filmography as well to get you back up. But that's enough about what's going on. Anyway, BPs are useful, and you have one. So at the top of your character sheet, if you didn't already have any, you just put the letters BP and a number 1.
Only if it's good.
What's that?
I was just saying, only if it's good. I'll take a BP.
Only if it's good?
Yeah, if it's not good.
Okay, no. You, because of the fact that you made the effort, then you may get additional BPs for example, in the case of Travis, there was an adventure where he actually had to do a performance, and his cleverness in the development, he actually ended up getting, I think, 2 or maybe even 3 BPs out of the deal. So they are useful, and I'll explain how they work later. But all right, so I'm going to start to my left over here with Matt and go around. We'll come back to you, Carlos, in a bit.
Hello, I'm Matt Unger. I am playing the recently altered, once gnome Glim. Now, unfortunately, we have been monikered Glam, Glam, Glim, Glom, and Glum, the Gingerbread Men Wizards.
Or to those that know him, the G-Boys.
The Glimberbread Man.
We prefer Glowls.
Hi, my name's Travis Hancock, and today I'm playing Valere, the Dragonborn Paladin.
Yes.
I'm Brent, and my player will be.
Your character is not yet appearing in the film. Okay.
All right. I'm Kevin, playing Bardova Flutesmith, the entertainer.
I'm Jacob, playing Lampip, the mushroom wizard, or Myconid wizard.
Your name is therefore tied to what's going on in the name of the adventure. And our story so far is now going to be related to us by our resident bard, Bardova Flutesman. Mr. Flutesman, take it away.
Let's go.
Huzzah!
Wraith, Bardova, and Valere were sleeping with the wood. The bard quickly fell, and the others remained and stood. The gnomes were given capes and asked to do a favor, the reward a wish for each that they would surely savor. Directed to a pit, they decided what to do. Lampip climbed down where Glim slipped and flew. Given 2 eggs, Glim awoke and they ate. Whether or not it really helped was still up for debate. Approached by armed guards saying, "Wait for the queen," they were outfitted with trackers that itched and that gleamed. The gnomes found a cottage and were invited inside, though it was a mistake as Glim swiftly died. Lampip tried to flee and was turned into a rabbit. He managed to find Bardova, and the bard quickly grabbed it. Bardova went to the cottage and saw the dead gnome. He kept the rabbit, used charm person, and left the hag's home. The bard found Wraith asleep under a tree. At this point, they realized it may be the key. The guards approached, and Wraith quickly fled. The bard ran and threw the rabbit to save his own head. They found Valere under the mightiest oak. The queen made Landpip a myconid with a spore and a poke. Valere sensed a hag, and they moved to attack, while Landpip burned the cottage with the army at his back. The hag was not killed, but ran from its den, and out came 5 of the Glimberbread men. We see a large pink cloud like cotton candy in the sky, and that was what happened, and that's where we lie.
Well
It's amazing.
I give it 5 stars.
okay.
I insist on 4 BP.
You 4 VPs. I was going to give him an extra 1, so you're going to give him an extra 4. He wishes for 5.
He said 5 stars.
I was definitely 5 stars.
Stars are even better than BP. Those
Yeah.
are 3 wishes, I
I
think.
think 5 stars.
No, but I will give you a grand total, including the one I already gave you. So take an additional 2. So you have a total of 3
Thank
VPs.
Woo!
If you do that every week, that would be amazing.
Fast.
Yes.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Yes.
A
What
little
you
bit.
realize that the main value of BPs is they let you be a little bit more reckless because you can use a BP like an inspiration point, which normally lets you reroll dice. You can use a BP to make me reroll dice.
Ooh.
So they're powerful that way. Now they also can be spent as 25 points in experience. So if you get close to an to a level up and you're short by a few, I've had people burn them that way because it's insignificant really compared to the regular numbers. And they also can be donated to someone else at the rate of 5 to 1. So if you have 5 and somebody else really needs one, you burn 5 off your character sheet and they get one. So
if you keep making those poems,
you keep making the poems. You'll be able to help
Yeah.
everyone else with their situations, which is exactly what a bard's supposed
I'll
to
bring
be
a
doing.
tin
What
whistle.
do I
Inspire.
get
and
for helping
we'll
you
do it.
rhyme?
Well, nothing.
Awesome.
Yeah, because all you have to come up with this simple little rhyming jingle, and it'll be awesome. All right, so therefore, now that we've had our stories so far, we are still therefore in the Fey realm. Do you guys recall how to get out?
Yes.
Please recite for me so that I know that you know.
I know that they know.
You know they're supposed to know, but I want to know whether they know or no.
Do you know, gnomes?
Did the gnomes
I'm
remember?
not a gnome.
Nope. Okay. Does the Myconid remember even vaguely?
I climbed down a hole.
Yes.
That's all I know.
Do you remember Glim?
From whence you fell?
Glum. Do you
Probably
remember?
remembers 5 different times.
You're asking
Each a
Glom
different way.
specifically.
Yeah, each a different way.
I remember that we got down by going down a hole. We went down the rabbit hole.
Baby, go down the hole.
We went down the rabbit hole.
He got
there.
down, you fell.
Yeah, I went
We
down.
are allowed to leave once we have completed a certain amount of time of service to your
Queen.
luscious queen.
Pretty queen.
Alrighty.
I
And
don't remember.
at any rate, you
holes
were and
specifically.
you were
Square hole.
fundamentally fleeing through.
No, we were attacking the
I
pink
would
cloud.
definitely try and
Cotton candy
get some
cloud that
trees.
we believe is where the hag is hiding.
Okay, so you had found you found the cloud. Somebody grabbed a hold of it and brought it.
Brought it down.
And so you were.
Oh, they made a Glimberbread tower.
We
Yeah.
tried
Hold it.
That's right. That's right.
my holy stuff, and it didn't hurt it and made it angry.
I burned it, I think.
And it's a big old stormy cotton.
Pink cotton candy cloud.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for the sake of the argument, put your models over there on that rocky outcropping.
That's one nasty looking cotton candy cloud.
No, it's above you.
What would I use
Pulled it to the
as a
ground.
mic?
I'm asleep.
Oh, it's really funny you should ask. I don't know. If
There actually are myconid figures.
I know, but I don't think I actually brought my.
I was on the debate if I should get 5 gnome figures.
We should definitely go try
Make
and
them
find.
brown with frosting and gumdrop buttons.
We should try and get those.
Gee.
We should try and get those leaves off that tree.
Yeah, we still need to do that.
Get some wishes. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to not
You
be
can just
liking
give me
it.
one figure to represent them all.
You just need a blend. I mean, a gnome.
Yeah,
I have those
just a
little
gnome.
goblins, but that's all I got.
That's fine.
No, that's not fun.
cute little one.
That's not funny.
Is that a football player?
Gender. No, what's that?
Oh, I thought I said a football player.
Oh, here.
It looked like he had a red helmet.
It does have a red helmet. Okay.
It's a red cat.
I don't know what this is pertaining, but Carlos is playing a female character, and 100% of the gnomes I've pulled are all females.
Haha!
Just to find 6.
What race are you?
Oh man.
I'm way overrepresented. 7.
Okay, there you
They're
go.
like giant Fellstone.
Frodo.
They're trying to give me choice as to what figure I'm getting.
Well, I am technically gingerbread now. Do I stand under any gender specification now?
No.
No. There you go.
I'm a giant.
Wonderful.
Gosh.
Wonderful.
The gnome with the stick.
So
And
figure-
going woogie, woogie, woogie in deference to the king who is not here.
That's perfect.
Yeah, you place it.
So yeah, I'll just use that to represent all 5, because for the most part I'm
And
just gonna keep
you're-
them together.
What's your class?
Ranger.
Right, so what's the plan, boys?
Well, you got in the cloud by the short one, so to speak. There you go.
We got the cloud by the short ones.
You said you didn't bring
That
the
is 2 meanings.
other one, the mic.
Did we try
I
to
didn't bring
chop it up?
No.
But what about the codes that you found in the book?
Well, if you have any mic and its needs, the Gameology can
Provide.
help with that. Yes, provide. I couldn't think
Well,
of
I'm
it.
not trying to stay a mic,
Say, I don't
so
think
I'm
he
not
plans
gonna
on being a
buy a
mic.
figure
Why
when I
not?
don't want to be a mic.
You don't need that much water. You can avoid sunlight like a typical D&D
But it will
player.
cook him in the heat. There's-
So,
You go great on pizza.
Use that for your Myconid.
Just go get mushrooms.
He
Nope.
could technically find any race and just put his spores in their brain and then control them from the outside.
That's not how it works.
I believe in you. You can make it work.
I'll just spore everybody.
You're not sporing.
I'll just spore everybody until it works. eventually.
Believe.
They spored.
I'm a gingerbread man, so I'd be immune. Do it. I just get really.
No, that just means you're really
Not
easy to
chats.
convert. Because
Mr.
you probably already
Jonathan,
are.
That's
do
from
you have
Marie.
a druid figure I could borrow for the session?
I do.
Or won't be the one?
Mine's unpainted though, so
I got you, Druid. Just a second.
Thank you.
use his pretty
I have
birds.
no
If anyone
spells
has
yet.
a figure that they wish to have painted, hit me up after the stream.
How much do you charge?
Well, because you're with John, I'd basically give a lower rate.
Okay.
By that he means not enough.
Oh, he makes you such a deal. Are you a martial druid or a pacifist druid?
Do you turn into a bear or do you smack
What kind of
him with your
armor?
stick?
What kind of armor are you currently wearing?
I'm wearing studded leather.
So yes, martial.
Okay.
Can you turn into a chicken?
I can't turn into anything yet.
Darn.
You can turn to a driveway.
Yes. Mr. Pathways.
Right, so what do you want to do about this cloud here? Anyone got any water?
Someone trying to taste it.
It's cotton candy.
Did the gingerbread boys already try?
They just pulled it to the ground. Remember they did a flying A formation to get up into the air.
Hey,
No.
you
Hup, 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 hup.
Hey, hey!
why did you one of your boys go to my mouthful?
Of the cotton candy?
Yeah, can I help you? You're already
We did
edible.
last week. I tried.
We'll do it again.
It attacked.
No.
You're going to take a bite out of the.
Do
Cloud?
it.
Do it.
Gingerbread boys. Gingerbread
I thought we
boys.
established that I would actually
he
cut them
goes.
off.
Yeah, he actually says his little lips that are just frosting go. I think we already established that I do not have a digestive system.
Great.
I am to be eaten. I am not to eat.
Yeah.
Do I sleep?
No.
Oh God, no.
Oh yes, you get, and you also if you try to sleep, your brain is filled with candy because we cotton
Did we
candy
take any type
dreams.
of rest?
Ooh.
Did we take any type of rest?
You did get a long rest.
Sugar plums in my dance.
So,
So you basically, to make the story shorter, you basically tied the cloud to the ground to make sure it didn't leave while you guys long rested because it didn't seem to be doing anything of its own.
Don't resist.
Okay, so I'm gonna check the Hagrid to make sure that that it is still the gray spot on the.
No, you're actually counting still 13, and the other one is the closest one is about a mile away.
Didn't you have a dragon?
I'm going to choose to ignore that.
For very important reasons.
Yeah. So. Wait, but didn't we? Why were we killing this cloud?
Just because you wanted to.
It was a
Well,
gray spot.
I think
on
we
the
thought.
Hagrid.
Yeah, it was a gray spot.
No,
on
you
the
had
grid.
searched for her.
Mhm.
She was in a 3-grid area.
Mhm.
You grabbed the cloud, and when you did, I said that it was down to a 1-grid area. That was only because the uncertainty on where she was being included by her spell, but you thought it meant that she was inside the cloud.
So what you're saying is she snuck out of the cloud while we were asleep.
She was never in the cloud. She created magics on the cloud to make you think she was there.
So
hence
my
it went
character's
gray.
going to believe that she snuck out of the cloud while we slept.
That's fine.
Right, so which one of you were supposed to be on watch? It says here that the hag ran away while we were sleeping.
5 gnomes all point at him.
I was sleeping. You
Last I
did.
recall, they didn't sleep.
They didn't sleep. What'd you do all night, huh, boys?
There are long lines of cotton candy taffy.
Non-stop paper.
So they were trying to pull the cloud down, and as they did, it acted like taffy and the sugar strands became taffy-like. So there's like 40 feet of cotton candy taffy rope.
Okay.
It's the best.
So which is the closest hag on the grid?
It's pointing to the west and south from here.
So let's go
To
that way.
the southwest? Or is there 2? One to the west and one to the south?
There's 13.
To the west and south, meaning southwest.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure.
Are there any that are grouped up?
Not at this moment, no.
Okay.
No covenants.
Right, boys. So we have a choice.
I would love to go to the closest one to the center of the forest.
Do we want to find our way out of here?
I want some wishes if possible.
He wants to get the leaves first.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have to
Wow,
explain.
I was
What?
about to say, we actually learned how to speak his language over this short rest.
We may want to.
No. The issue is that actually, for clarification,
Yeah.
one of them was on watch,
Mm-hmm.
and when you guys wake up, the fever dream is over, and you're back to being a regular gnome, and you're back to being a regular gnome.
Oh.
Thank God.
Boo!
That's the easy way out.
I was actually fine paying attention.
Okay, well, no, I'm okay with it staying the way it is. I just wanted to
I
make
would
sure.
love to be a gnome again.
I vote for the gingerbread boys to remain.
I'm dreaming.
If they stay, his stays.
Ooh.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
willing to. If
No,
you want to be a
no,
gnome.
it's fine.
I'll
I'm
write
just
it down
okay.
right now.
All I'm trying to get away from is I don't like the casting aspersions on another player about what the problem is, because that leads to problems. That's all I'm trying to avoid. So, for whatever reason, whether they're not there, whatever, they were industriously trying to make what they had to work with into something useful. So they made the taffy rope. That's what they were doing during their watches. So, sorry for that brief fever dream of my own. Everything's fine. We're back to 5 gingerbread persons.
Yes. Great. So, I guess we're going.
So they aren't speaking your language. So all that you just said came out.
He's still Mycandra or whatever?
Cody's
Mike-
the,
Mike-
only-
Mushroom Man.
Cody's the
Okay.
only one that understands him
Or Lane.
because he comprehends your language.
Yes, by
But
magic.
he should be here soon.
Yes.
Yes,
He'll
he
show
should
up in
be
the
here
nick of
soon.
time.
Wishes.
Yep. Right. So, boys,
Wishes.
what do you want to do? Do you want to find our way out of here?
This
At
has
least
been-
just to be sure. Then we can always explore once we know we can get out.
Yes.
We
I
did
don't-
find
everything
out-
in this area has tried to kill us.
Right.
We
Or
did find out that there was
recruit us.
something interesting going on with the tree in the center of this area.
Right. So we should check out the tree
Hmm.
for some reason.
After we
Get some
out.
leaves.
Kill the hags.
Mm-mm.
What if we just destroyed this entire realm of existence?
That would be a bad idea.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something about bad things happening to dragons if that happens.
He's right, you know. It's not worth the risk. So, what do you say? I think we should at least try to find our way out so that we can know that we're not trapped here forever and ever, and I can
Mhm.
check on my dragon.
About this time, you hear a twig snap someplace nearby.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Then
Do all of us here?
what's your charisma?
Charlotte?
Yeah. What's her charisma?
Oh, she's got a +2, 14.
Okay, so a fairly attractive young woman dressed in green, Lincoln green, leafy flourishes to her clothing, comes walking out of the woods. But you, Bardova, and Wraith would all recognize the form and function of the clothing that she's wearing. As your first thought is, holy crap, it's one of the dryads.
Hey, what do you want? We did your dirty deed and did your dealings with you in the way back in the snoo.
I didn't do too well, but they did. They got you.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
What's going on?
Are you here
Very
to help or are you
accurate.
here for the booty?
The mighty oak.
I'm
The sycamore.
The tree of your people.
The redwood.
I'm just looking for a way to make some money.
Oh!
Okay, your class. Now give a description of yourself for them to know what you look like, and I'm going to need you, for my purposes, to describe yourself almost like in an interview process, using those 4 boxes in the upper right corner to explain to me who you are.
Okay. I'm Charlotte Max Powerfist Jr. I am a ranger. I'm an elf, a very beautiful elf. And I mean, whether or not that's true is up to you. That's how I describe myself.
That actually fits with the 14 charisma. She probably is quite attractive, but the fact that she knows it automatically brings that number down. See how beautiful I am?
I am what's called. Did I use these for right?
I want you to explain yourself and use those 4 to be your guide to how do you think of it as you're being interviewed for a job.
I may or may not dabble in narcotics every once in a while.
Don't we all?
Yes.
It's called
He certainly does. He
as-
is technically a narcotic.
I am. It's called as long as you're not an elf, I'm okay with you. Yes, I know I'm an elf. It's called hopefully
Self-loathing, a bit of self-loathing.
Let's go. Hopefully, hopefully lots of things change around here because I don't like it when things are static, and
Flavian, clearly yellow veil.
yeah. And my only living relative is Chad Max Powerfist Senior, and that,
Grandpa.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go.
Great. So, how'd you get down here?
I have no
You
idea.
don't know of any up. You're just, this is where you live.
This is every day.
This is where I live. Oh no.
So, do you know your way around here?
Yes, well, she knows
Yes.
particular that to the southwest of here, which is where she was sort of generally heading, is a city of, well, not a city, I guess you'd call it a watch post of Primus Eldrin, who made landfall here about, 25 days ago.
So that's no good.
Do I see any tracking, the queen's tracking devices on her?
Oh, no. Oh, certainly not. She doesn't serve the queen. In fact, queen's one of her. Because she is a ranger. She's found ways to avoid getting directly involved with the local politics.
I just do my own thing here. That's all.
That's smart. That's what we do. We do our own thing.
As a matter of fact, your reason for being in this area is to do a recon
years.
of the Eldrin post because they're not from here. Like I said, they've only been here for about 26 days, and so you've heard that they've built an outpost. You're wanting to go and investigate.
I'm out looking for an outpost I recently heard about, and I don't like people doing shizzle work in my area. Okay.
That's a good-
No
place to-
shizzle in your hizzle.
Yeah.
Shizzle and my hizzle.
Well,
Where's that
we're
come from
looking
the
for a
bar?
way out of here, right? We want to find a hole of some
Exit.
kind in the ceiling and climb up it.
Yeah. I do not know about that. Where is that?
Gingy boys, do you remember what happened when you came here?
Okay, character's name. I know you don't have a name tag yet. We need to get that fixed.
We were told that there is a special tree here that we should definitely seek out before anything else. We came in. We met
Jacob?
a mushroom
You want
queen.
to fold it like
Yeah.
Hardly
either
understand.
this way. I
Go
put the
back.
long
How
way, but
was
it
the
doesn't have to be.
coming in part?
That
repeat.
sounds like a trap. We should.
Yeah, just fold it in half and then
the
put your
whole-
character name, class, race on it,
Just
like
the
what Valair did.
Snowy showed us.
Snowy showed you. Great. Do you remember what direction you came from?
Up.
1 points up, the other 4 point north, south, east, west.
Nice! Nice! That's perfect!
God.
He's totally playing it up.
That's why I thought he just gave
That was
to me.
awesome. That's worth a BP. That's
Right, so, any other ideas? We knew they found this house first, but where did they go before that? And where did they come from?
Where did it come from?
Hey, you're a ranger!
Candy Joe.
Yes.
Do you think you could see their tracks or something?
Or do you think
Two
you can talk to
gnomes.
him?
you can actually you can check for tracks.
I guess I can try. That's the best I can do.
Roll a 27.
Great, if you help us, we'll help you
Or ask
find
him if he knows.
this place.
Could I be able to speak well?
What are your languages?
Elf and common.
Definitely not
Okay.
liking it.
What's your
No.
favorite enemy?
Huh?
Did you pick a favorite enemy?
I'm gonna
She's
choose
not high
mine
enough level to
as
have
my
a second.
secondary language every
I do.
time now.
Rangers get a little
Just in case.
In which
Just
case
in
I have
case,
to pick
I
one.
run into
Okay,
it.
don't worry yet. Go ahead and roll these d20 then.
Okay.
Well, because the reason why is you if the
I love my luck already. 7.
7.
It's survival.
Who's yours?
And you had your
2.
proficiency?
That's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay, you notice a whole lot of tracks because there was actually quite an engagement here
You notice
yesterday.
5 similar tracks.
You're also standing near the ruins of what you knew was a small house here in the woods, and the house has been burned completely to the ground. There's nothing left of the house. Oh, and the cloud of smoke that used to sit above the house is laying like a large flaccid donut that's been like 4 days old, laying there kind of deflated on the ground.
Okay.
Oh, and there's 50 feet of taffy pulled cotton candy rope.
There were a lot of people here. That's what I can tell you. And apparently, where did that giant mess of smoke come from? And why is there rope made out of taffy? I have more questions than answers here.
Right next to it, you see 5 gingerbread
5
men
gingerbread
moving around.
men that are actually pulling on the taffy to make it. So
Well, that gives me the answer. Now the other question is, why are the gingerbread people?
They
It's
all
a long
turn to
story.
smile at you, just creepily.
So, I'm going to try my dragon whistle that Snowy hears and is used to listening to. And I'm going to see if I can get a response.
You hear 4 responses.
Great. Do I recognize any of these responses? Does your-
I'll give you an intelligence check to discover that.
Do you want bardic inspiration?
Nice.
Not bad.
That'll do. That'll do. So that is a 18.
Yes. Far off in the distance, you hear Snowy's response.
Right, this way, boys. This way.
You don't discern a direction from the sound.
I heard her.
Let's
5 directions, point again.
let's all wait here. We'll have the Glimberbread men just split up into 5 different directions, and then they'll come back after and tell us what they've learned.
I didn't think that's a good idea.
If 2 gnomes together got you into this mess, 5 going in opposite directions, that can't be good.
But
I always thought I was scatterbrained.
Literally, in this case.
So, let's pick a direction and walk that way, and then we'll see if Snowy is closer or farther away.
like that.
So,
Can I come along? I ain't got
no,
my
you're actually great. I'm the tracker. Follow me because you want them to come with you.
Okay. Um,
Whichever direction he points, that's where we go.
Okay.
So, I think I know where these tracks lead. You want me to guide you? I'm saying thing because I ain't 100% sure.
I would love
What kind
that.
of tracks are they?
But first, we have to choose what direction we're going in.
Humanoid.
So
Southwest.
my,
It happens to be southwest because that's where you want to go.
I think it's going southwest, and I'm assuming those are humanoid tracks.
Wait, I have a better idea if I had to choose. So I'm going to pick out one of the gingerbread boys,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to spin around really fast and
Okay.
let him go and see which direction he flies in.
I don't
Okay.
think random chance.
Yeah.
Are good.
Flings me like a frisbee
Okay.
wherever I land, pointing.
So make your Constitution save at 12.
Mine.
I'm gonna say he's a cookie. If he hits anything, he's gonna shatter.
Oh, that's favorable in that 20.
Yay! He's
23.
He skips off of one piece of rock and spins.
He's a very stale gingerbread cookie. He's been out in the night air.
Oh, I just assumed I got double baked, so I'm a little crispier.
Yeah, he's a little crispy. You talking about my color?
I'm a golden brown.
More of a golden brown.
Hey!
Yeah, why are there
Hey!
so many people?
Well, there's 5 gingerbread men now. So.
Yeah, but they can't all be you.
And
That is
quickly introduce yourself, character, class, name, and race, and we'll get you jumped right in here.
I am Cody. I play Wraith, the Hexblade Warlock. I am a Scorn, and you asked for a name, class, and race, right?
Yep, that's all I need at this point. Mainly because our introduction today was done in our story so far form of
In
poetry, which was amazing, and so he's going to pass him over the poem so that Bardova outdid himself. Let him read the poem. Oops. There's another table back there behind you if you need it.
Oh, I.
But Wraith may need it.
If you'd like to.
That way you can.
There we go.
Please turn the other light back on, however.
Oh man, that's spooky.
I thought
No,
it was
it doesn't-
for,
it
I thought
doesn't-
we were in the under.
No, it doesn't help the stream. That's the only thing. All right. So while you catch yourself up on the story so far, we are meeting up with a new ranger,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Max Powerfish Jr.
Charlotte
Very
Charlatan.
manly name.
Anyway, she's come in and she says she is reasonably certain
Yes.
that she thinks the tracks might be going to the southwest.
Reasonably fixed. Might be certain.
There we go.
But which direction did the gingerbread point?
Southwest is where I heard.
Sounds great. Let's go southwest, guys.
Okay. I got it.
So I guess as we
All
go,
roads
I
lead to
will
Rome.
every couple of minutes I'll give a little toot on the dragon whistle and
Okay.
wait for her response.
Now you hear three responses. Hers appears to be getting closer, but so does one of the others.
That's okay.
Can I turn to them and ask them if I'm getting paid for this?
That's really wise. That's a
Absolutely
really
not.
great plan.
I'll pay you in song afterward.
Sometimes life
But
is the best.
I will tell you that we have found much treasure on our voyages, and I'm sure you will be able to take part in our group bounty, if you will.
Can I break off a piece
We
of
got
taffy?
given a cart in our last edition.
Yeah, she can break off a chunk of taffy.
Thank you.
Careful, it's chewy.
I'll still keep it.
Yeah, it's about that big around.
Okay, this will sustain me for a day or two.
It's 50 feet of taffy. Doesn't
Taffy
weigh anything
rope.
more than rope. Yeah, doesn't weigh anything more than regular rope, but it's monstrous in size because it's made out of cotton candy, so it's really light.
Oh, so that means you don't have to wrap it around a target that you're trying to tie up 50 times. You only have to put it around once. And it's just
Pretty much.
in the hair.
I can't quite read the name.
Grumblebeak Greenfart.
Okay, and you are a.
Firbolg Druid.
Oh God. Okay.
Totally.
Oh God. Okay. So as you're climbing over a branch, no, you happen to look up and look into the eyes of a large being, and you realize the branch across which you're crossing is his ankle.
Who's on the branch?
Oh!
He stands up rapidly.
He's a furball, so he stands close to
I click out my
They're
my
quite
quick
spunky, great
clacking sword. Great sword.
Goes from a
Switchblade.
stick about the size of a handle to a great sword. Shapong, like a kind of.
Stop.
All right.
Okay.
Same reason right there.
Why?
Why are you trying to fight me?
Because you're almost as big as me, and
Do I frighten you?
There's only one time.
no, you spooked me a little bit, getting underfoot and all that.
Well, you stepped on my ankle.
Well, you're laying in the road.
It's my forest.
This is my forest.
Right. Well, I'm walking through it.
Well,
It should
stop
be
you
fine.
right there, sir. It's my forest.
Right, it's
Actually,
his
you two
forest.
know each other.
It's still mine, though.
Charlotte, get out of here.
It's still mine.
You always like to joke around like that.
No,
but
it's mine.
You know this is not true.
Yeah, you keep lying to yourself, sir.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do
This
this,
is the
again
Queen's
in front of strangers.
Yeah, all of a sudden Mike and I goes, you're like, what?
Are you two married by any
Bring
chance?
it up.
Well, you talk
I
like
can't
it.
stand this guy.
This is mine.
What are your
It's
languages?
ma'am.
Ah,
It's ma'am to you.
I speak Common, Elvish, Giant, beast speech, plant speech. Obviously.
Okay,
British.
plant speech. You heard him say, "This is the Queen's forest," and you remember the Queen of the Myconids. She's a basically.
And do I like her?
No.
Okay, good.
She does bad things to the forest.
She's a mushroom.
Queen.
This is going to be my forest
But
soon
a
enough.
This is for the Queen.
Oh God, we have a new translator.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing in my forest?
Queen's
What?
We're trying to get out of it.
My forest. Queen's forest.
Queen's forest.
Well, you're heading in the right direction. Why are you trying to get out?
Do you know where the hole in the roof is?
I know where many holes in the roof are. Which one are you speaking of?
The closest one to there.
The closest one to there? Or
There.
there?
There.
There?
Ginger
Yes.
boy.
Stop speaking gibberish.
Four hands.
Five hands
In every direction.
I know of a few holes.
Where's the center tree?
I don't know which
That-
tree you're talking about. I know of many trees.
The one
No,
in
you know
center.
the you know the central forest, the piece of which he's speaking.
Okay.
That is actually within the Queen's realm, so it is a little disconcerting to you because it's not a place you really want to go to because you've had dealings with the Queen that are not
We
favorable.
don't talk about the central forest around this part of town.
As a matter of fact, the reason why you're in this particular area is that literally the plants have been crying out because there is an alien plant source that is starting to take up, taking root in your forest, and it's concerning the plants, and they've called out to you.
And there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, no, clearly, if you can get friends together and
Yeah.
drive out whatever the problem is, you'd be glad
Okay.
to do that. And the fact that Charlotte is here, even though you guys have this bickering thing, you also treat each other with fairly
We've
decent
known
respect.
each other a
right?
very long time. We're good friends. It's just
It's a Dwight and Jim situation.
He just doesn't know
Pretty
it's my
much.
forest. That's all.
except he's Dwight and I'm definitely Jim.
Okay, he's taking notes.
She just doesn't know. He doesn't know that it's my forest. That's all.
Okay, Dwight. Fact. False.
Okay.
Fact.
Why
There's
do
a
we-
problem in the forest.
Bears beat.
K office.
Okay, so as you come to the top of that ridge and you look down into this area, the nice chaotic forest that you've been used to with trees of all sorts, some of which might have been independently alive, others that might have been under the power of those that were, instead you see a nice, clean, well-formed, very regimented place of unity within the forest.
What is this tomfoolery?
This isn't good. I hear
It's only been 26 days, and yet you see what look to be towers made out of living forest.
these guys are dicks.
And we're walking and crawling among the branches and basically patrolling the area are tall, thin, elvish race wearing metallic helmets and acting uncharacteristically sanitary in their way of operating. In other words, they're actually trimming branches off of the tree and things like that, which you wouldn't normally think of them as actually hurting the forest. And yet these trees look far more natural and more like the ones above ground than the ones you've been dealing with down here in the Everdark.
So you're saying we're looking down into like a valley?
Yep,
Into another.
literally where you're sitting on that
Oh.
rock looking down into this.
Oh, there I am. That's right.
Did we come across any gnome-shaped imprint in the ground?
Go ahead and check again, Ms.
Because
Ms.
Thank you
Ranger.
very
he
much.
left a very deep impression upon where he fell.
Yeah, I
A
remember.
great
that.
impression.
I got a 15.
A great first
15.
impression.
Yeah, with my.
He has not yet found a quote gnome impression in the ground.
So you said they're elvish?
Yes,
Are they
Eldrin.
They're
They're
Eldrin.
they're Eldrin. They actually
Primus.
they're Primus.
Dice fell.
They're the
Sorry,
big
can't spin
dicks.
around a little.
Playing scene shizzle.
They're Primus.
Primus don't usually come around these parts.
They don't go into the Everdark, as far as you know, ever.
We're not in that dark. We're in, yeah.
I look up.
Yeah.
We're in the ever rooted.
I don't see a sky.
Yeah, no, you do
We're
see.
home.
You do see a sky. You see stars and everything.
Forever.
No,
We're in
no.
the Feywild.
Go ahead and make your perception check.
Do we still hear birds?
Mhm.
Yeah, this place is weird.
Modified 20.
Yes, you notice that it is actually a rock ceiling above you, and that there are tiny crystalline pieces of sparkling light embedded in the rock above you.
I know that rock. Anywhere. I'm home right now. Not very close to actual home, but I'm home.
Why do you say that?
Because this is the Everdark. And
But
this
it's
is
not
where
very
I'm from.
dark in here. It's quite bright and shooty.
You see, the name. I wasn't there when we named it. It's not always dark. It's a bit of a redundant name, to be honest.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure I lived here for 40-something years.
Well, you got 13 hags infesting your homeland.
I mean, are you surprised? Giant talking spiders live down here.
We haven't seen any Have you seen spiders?
I was thinking about
Well,
Gingy
yeah,
boys,
probably
have you seen any spiders?
Well, have you seen
Seen some
any
birds.
Have you seen any Undrin or Trelorans?
No.
Exactly.
It's not about the spiders you see, it's about the spiders you don't see.
He gets it.
Wow.
That's an ominous saying.
seen many
Anyways,
spiders.
so what should we do here? Because they're dicks and I didn't want to talk to them.
I say we meet their leader and then kill the leader. For fudging over my
That-
force. We promise.
For
that's
fudging over the force. I like
Yes.
your G rating. That's awesome.
I am.
We got taffy, and now we're going to fudge them. Yes, I like this.
That's a terrible idea.
They ruin my forest, and I want to ruin them.
Right, they'll ruin your
Queen's
face
force.
too.
my force, Queen's force. running gag.
I heard tales of these floats back in the day. And they're nae nice, and they're quite strong, and they're full dick.
Not half dick.
Not half, like full honking
I just
penis heads.
charge him still.
Pardon.
What are the structures?
Oh my
Okay.
god!
Mushroom tip.
Okay, I have a new idea. How about we just burn down these structures?
If you get
You could try that.
It's a clearing, so then it won't spread out to the rest of the forest, and we can control it.
Underdark dice.
Great idea.
I want.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
No.
That's a terrible idea.
I want to burn this place down.
That would need burn.
You know, it's just so crazy and nice.
What do you guys think?
I don't know what that thing said, but I agree with it.
I see many defenses.
Yeah, it's like.
Impenetrable forces.
Don't worry, I speak whale.
You know what would really help in this situation?
What's
Oh
that?
no.
A dragon.
Yeah.
Of course.
Wouldn't a dragon burn it?
Or freeze
Freeze
it.
Freeze it.
What?
Freeze it.
She got him.
It wouldn't burn, it would
We're
freeze.
trying to get rid of the trees. Why don't we just send in
Let's-
Mushroom Man?
Now, if this is in the way,
You
you
know
walk
the mushroom
around it
man.
and keep
Oh, that's
going
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
same direction till we
They
get.
call, they
No,
call it.
mushroom man.
They call me the mushroom man.
Just because it's in our way doesn't mean we have to go through it.
That's
Right.
true.
You guys can refer to me as the mushroom man from now on.
Hey, mushroom
so
man.
we don't. Yeah, we're just trying to get to the other side to get to the.
Can you
exit,
start
right?
sprinkling your spores everywhere and fuck up their trees?
I can try for
So
sure.
we're just trying to
Spore it
get
up,
past it to
bloke.
get to the edge.
Shake your
I'm
ghoulies,
trying
pull
to
my
figure out
pants down, and
what's
just start.
We're trying to
What
get to the
pants?
exit.
Whatever I'm wearing.
As a dragon.
You just ruffle the.
Yes.
I
They
wonder
have
if
this
their
outside
living
floor
wood
thing when
buildings
Underground,
are
in a sense.
affected by mold and
How long have you guys
parasitical
been
fungi.
underground for? How many seconds?
Can I start letting
I don't need a
spores out?
living building to have black mold be a problem.
This is where-
Right, well, I have another idea.
So
And we need to
you
go forward.
excrete spores normally on an ongoing basis. They literally just fall off, kind of
Dandruff.
like dandruff. You can't actually exert a force to do it in a large group.
You're not the queen yet.
You're not. Yeah, you're not a queen. You're not one of the upper ranks of.
For the queen.
But we could get the queen to come and
Mm.
fight these guys.
Yes.
Hey, Queenie, can you hear me? Through your servant of which I am friends.
I can speak to him if he can.
I think he can
Translate.
understand us.
Alright.
Tell Queenie
He understands,
that there is
he
a
just can't
big,
speak to us.
big dick army of dicks messing with her territory, and her loyal servants would like to come burn it to the ground.
Well, I
What
didn't
is your
read
name?
your servant. What?
Do you mind coming to
Your
Mr.
name.
Dick's Multi?
Yours.
No, it says his name.
I need to know what your name is.
I do need want her to know my name.
Okay.
Yes, so don't.
So, tell the queen that there's a big dick army here with big dick structures, and we need to burn it to the ground,
Aye. And it's taking over her forest.
and it's taking over my forest.
Her forest.
It's
yeah.
taking over my
My
forest.
forest. What?
I'm the one speaking right now. How many times do I have to tell you, Charlotte? Don't speak
You-
when I'm speaking.
Gosh
I
dang
am your
it!
superior.
They have
You
married
don't
Calm
come
down right
You
there.
take orders from me when
You
we are
take
in my
orders from me.
forest.
7 days! 7
Queen
days!
Queen's forest.
My forest. Gosh.
Go ahead and take this unit of 4 and put them outside the wall now.
So
heading
what
your
say you?
direction.
Oh. I think we've been spotted.
What say
John.
you,
Underdark
Mushroom
Nations.
Man?
It's the new UN.
Are you going to tell the queen to destroy this big dick city?
I'll tell the queen someone's in her forest.
To a random
Are you
forest?
part of the big dick nation?
I'll tell her
Like
someone's
to
in
do
her
fun.
forest, and there's someone that thinks it's their forest. There's 2 peasants that think it's their forest.
Clearly,
But mostly the big
clearly
dicks.
you are
Yeah,
mistaken.
definitely. the
Yeah.
big-
The big-
There's only
the
one
big-
peasant, and that's that one over there.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Should we run away?
Yeah, I'm gonna hide.
Have this thing hovering down to the
It's
ground,
just
but
my phone
right by
noise.
you on the top. On the,
Oh, right here.
My phone
Fucking
ring.
hell, that thing.
Nope. I don't like that.
it rotate. The blades rotate as it descends down, and as it lands, the ground underneath it is covered with the mic and the dust.
Oh.
That's some magic shizzle right there.
What do you want?
I can speak to it.
What do you want?
What's he saying?
It's asking what we want. We're trying to get out of here.
We want to blow up that big dick place with the primies.
What is going on down here?
A violation of policy.
Let's destroy them.
It is under review.
Oh god,
For
the
how
mushrooms
long?
are bureaucrats.
The UN has.
How long is this under review for? Can we speed up the
Until
process?
such time as the queen regenerates.
She didn't die, did she?
That's the point. My kids take a long time to process.
Great. Well,
Hence why it takes.
We're
twice
gonna
as long
take
for
matters
me to
into
get
our
to
own
some
hands, perhaps.
15 movement.
are you sure about that? I do not think my hands are big enough.
After you, sir.
Run away!
As to your secondary question,
Coward.
I can advise you on an expeditious path.
Arr.
Please continue.
Will you take them with you?
Please take them away.
What's he saying?
Take who with me?
All of them.
All of my friends here.
You've already claimed them as friends? Sure.
Yes, I will take them.
Who are you taking?
Take them away. They're cluttering up the place.
Follow me. Because everyone starts drifting across almost opposite direction from this facility.
Sounds about right. Let's follow the mushroom thing.
Yes.
The
let's
elder
go.
thing.
Let's follow the other
We're
mushroom
going
man.
on an
the other
alternate
mushroom
route.
man. The other mushroom man.
I'm the only mushroom man.
I am no longer important as
Get
the
the
best.
best
Gosh dang
Starfish
it.
me.
mushroom.
Cody, could you do me a favor?
What's that?
On the far wall, on the other, on that far wall, on that end, there are 2 crystal cases. One of the 2 crystal cases has dragons in there. Please bring me the bluish crystal I'm looking at.
Okay. That's not good.
Oh no.
Don't like that. Hopefully you run into Snowy.
I'm
We're
using him
about
as
to
a
go
human
fine.
shield for anything. He's big enough to
What?
cover me.
We're about to be fudged.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's big enough to protect me if anything happens. I'll just hide behind him. I'm half his size.
Yeah, until he's hidden step and goes visible.
Can we eat parts of him to regain health?
Parts of who?
That is a great question.
Parts of me?
You know,
Yeah.
mushrooms are healthier than cookies.
Yeah,
know,
but they
cookies
also
are
have
sweeter than
psychotropic
mushrooms.
effects.
Only,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you
say
say
that.
cookies if you depending
only
on what you put in
certain
them.
mushrooms.
Mushrooms
There's
have
a
a
note
high
in
chance
this
of being
one.
like poisonous
How
and
do we?
toxic.
How do we
No,
know?
but
that
it's not.
It's
It's
a
really
psychedelic
steamed gingerbread.
mushroom.
What?
So I recognize
Maybe
him as a
maybe
psychedelic
the
mushroom.
gingerbread's so trippy
He's
that
a,
even the
he's a
gingerbread
Myconid.
man
You
is
know
gained
that the
sentience.
Myconids here all serve the queen, and the queen's objective is to turn all of this valley into a mushroom farm.
It's
So,
a,
yes,
it's a hive
psychedelic.
mind sort of thing.
Yeah.
He has
They're
enough will
trying
to follow us for now.
Okay.
We're not sure about him. We
They're
don't really know who he is.
So we're trying to escape and then maybe come back later on and destroy the queen so she doesn't turn this into a mushroom forest. Is this place like significant?
Or we
I
just
think-
leave.
Yeah, I say we
can just
help
leave.
out this lady. Then once we get everything taken care of, we burn the mushroom people.
I would absolutely say that this being mushroom would be preferable to them.
Big
Yep.
dicks.
What about the wishes?
I do not know what you're talking about, Mushroom Man.
So are you saying we should
Are
help,
you
help
saying-
the queen destroy these guys?
I think he's saying that if
Apparently
we
the
eat
mushroom
him,
queen
we'll
wants
get
to
a
become
wish.
the fungus among
Yes.
You should try it.
Do it.
Do we
You
want to
three-
do that?
Hey,
Yes.
Charlotte.
Three
Charlotte.
wishes.
I would like you to eat my friend here so you can have a wish. So you can wish to be very powerful.
Do it.
Will I die if I eat him?
Did I just
Find
hear
out.
I
Do
wish
it.
to feed
Do
you
it.
my friend so you get a wish?
You gotta find out.
Oh, why does
I'm just
How
relaying
you-
information. I'm just relaying information. He told me if someone eats him, they could get a wish.
Okie
That's
dokie?
not what was said.
A wish.
Some was lost in translation.
It's a furbolg. They're not the greatest diplomats.
Alrighty, so okay.
What does the chat think? Do we eat the mushroom to get a wish?
Yes.
Or do we
It's
get an
me.
extra life?
Go ahead and attempt
get
to rip me off some. Take some damage. Go ahead and.
I wanna
how
eat
much?
him.
How much are you going to give up? 1, 2, 3
Give him the
points
head.
worth of damage.
Just the tip.
It's just,
Give me just
they're-
a tip, Gush.
They're asexual. They don't have any of that.
They are
They're all
in
tipped.
entirety that.
What's the consequence or like giving him more? Like I just
You're
take
gonna
more
have to
damage.
have
You take.
He has to eat more.
I have to.
Give him the maximum amount.
I want to eat all of him, Gush. Dang it.
just
I'll
give
give
him
him-
your mushroom cap.
You couldn't. Okay,
I'll give him
that's what
4.
that's
Take your
200
hat off.
pounds of mushroom. I don't care how dedicated you are. You're not eating 200 pounds of mushroom.
4 hit points.
No, 3 is most.
Okay.
Okay. There's a big chunk of mushroom laying there on the ground.
Okay. I grab the mushroom
Eat it.
and like, hopefully this
After what
sends
we
me
did
to a
with the
high I've
crabs,
never
there's
experienced,
no
and then I eat
constitution
it.
say we can't beat.
Okay.
I hope it doesn't make you high, because then every session will just be about eating him.
I'm the mushroom man. You get the best for
This
me.
isn't my
Does
fault.
anything happen to me?
It's all
It's always my fault.
The thing that's been hovering around, waiting for you to follow.
Yeah, we're going.
Go ahead and put this where it is. It just basically tore it out of the sky.
Oh no.
Or just flew over, ate it, and
So
then
can you
just-
clarify what color it actually is?
that?
It's a crystalline bluish color, just like that.
I hide behind him immediately.
Does it smell like atmosphere now?
Does it smell like atmosphere?
Dragons and thunders.
Hello there, I say in Draconic.
Actually, as it approaches, because of its size, all of you get to make a fear check except for the Dragonborn.
Sick.
DC what?
What is that?
DC 15
Wisdom?
Oh no.
Wisdom.
wisdom check.
Gotcha. Nope, I'm scared.
Nat 20.
Barely made it.
Please.
I'm a
13. Gosh,
behind
dang
the
it.
dragon I know.
18.
Wisdom.
Or
13.
You're frightened.
I'm very scared.
Okay, anybody above a 15, make their saves. Raise your hands.
Nat 20.
Okay, so the 5 of
15
you
on
get to
top.
stand on the ground. The rest of them run down the hill as fast as they can go.
Adios.
And all 5 of you, yes.
Do they mind my friends? They had to go for a wee.
At the same time.
The mushroom got to him.
How are you today, my fine scales friend?
That's me.
That's you?
Why have you summoned me?
Because I was lonely. And I'm looking for my baby.
Do not mock such things. You clearly are the wrong gender to have a child.
I am her guardian. And we fell through a hole down into here. And she's waiting for us at the top of the hole, but we can't find the hole. Could you help?
I've been summoned. I normally don't interfere with your involvement in things because I'm just not what I do. I'm here for a certain purpose, and I haven't found her yet. And so,
What's your name?
What did I start?
They're $1.
How many you
turns
want?
its head and
Two?
goes, "You think I'm foolish enough to give my name to a dragonborn?
I had to make sure you weren't a fool.
I'm hungry now. You brought me all the way out here.
You like
That mushroom was
mushrooms?
pretty tasty."
There's
There's
a
a
lot
bunch
of
of
food
elves
right
over
over
there.
there.
I'm the
Turns,
mushroom.
turns and looks to the side of his head and says, "Ah, yes, they have arrived.
And that's not a good thing, right?
What do I care about mortal involvement? I don't even know why we bicker like this, and I certainly don't know why the sky hasn't changed yet.
What do you mean why the sky hasn't changed yet?
I
You're
only
talking
have
about
so
the-
much time.
The candle thing.
What?
Are you talking about the candle thing? The last.
No, again, what do I care about mortals?
And what are you waiting for?
Do it.
Waiting for her, and she didn't come. I even checked on the Tinder account, and she hasn't made any. I swiped left, and I swiped right, and she
Well,
didn't.
if it's the her that I'm talking about, or the her that I think you're meaning, then I may know where she is, and you're in the wrong place.
Those two.
So if I tell you where you need to go, you'll tell me where I need to go?
That is a possibility.
Okay. There's a how do I want to say this? There is. What are you doing, gingerbread folk?
We each produce a piece of taffy to offer. All 5 of us. She said she was hungry.
Takes one little claw, picks up one little piece of it. Not bad.
Stuck in her fangs.
You ever seen a dog trying to eat cheese?
That was peanut butter. They did that.
Oh, cheese, peanut butter, they would dry out them at the poor dog's mouth. Yeah.
They might not have cheese. They never have problems with it.
I'm gonna start leafing through one of my books.
Says, okay, if all you want is your way out, you simply go back over there. It's about a mile from here, and there is a gnome-shaped indentation in the ground,
That's what we were looking for.
and it's filled with mud.
Great. So, you got to give me a better hint so I know what you're looking for, just to make sure.
She has nearly my tone, perhaps a bit more on the white side.
The white side,
Well, she appears to be more white than I.
but nae silver.
If I have my way, she'll stay the crystalline color for the duration, and then we can return. And if not, then I will at least have achieved my goal in life, and then
What is
she
your
will
goal in life?
What is best in life?
reproduce, of course.
She's nae old enough for that.
Terrible.
And how would you know that, boy?
I cannot say. Least of all, it is to say that I know of things of which that are true. In that case.
I have a question. I
Sure.
have a black, like a quill and black ink. Would I be able to write notes?
Sure.
Talk?
Sure.
Since no one understands me?
Sure.
Awesome. I'll keep that in mind.
He writes because no one understands
He
him.
writes and they look at it.
So,
Ah! Run away!
but see, if you go and find this wee bird and you go off to Helios to reproduce.
No, we do that here.
It says
Oh,
front
aye,
to
aye,
back.
but then you
On
go
the
back.
It's a dude.
Yes. leaving our progeny to develop on their own.
Okay, well, I would love to help you. Can you give me a name and number in which I could reach it?
Says, well, if you're not going to help me any more than that, then I guess I'll also have to tell you that 2 of your number will not make the trek.
2 glims.
I'm sure that's the case, but I have another quest that has to do with a certain dragon.
Tell him you got plot armor.
Wow. Wow.
What?
So, how could I find you again should I need to
I'm not leaving until I figure out what happened with the sky.
Just tell
It's-
him he's not in the regular. That's not the
That's
sky.
not sky, that's stone. Go fly up and see for yourself.
No, that's my problem. It's hard.
Well, then come out
Yeah.
the hole.
It's too hard.
I can't go through that hole.
Why, Snake big enough?
Hello?
I could help. Make a bigger hole.
There's a hole.
You
There's a
guys
hole.
don't have enlarged reduce yet, do you?
Nope. One more level.
Okay.
But I'd need to be able to call you, so if I toot on my whistle, will you come?
Tell him.
If you keep playing that thing, I'll eat you. I'm sick of hearing it.
I'm
So,
trying
yes.
to find my baby, okay?
I just told you where I think she might be. If you want to go, then that's what you do.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later then.
Tell him if he helps us grind, we can cast reduce on him.
We may help you in the coming days. So with that, I will bid him cheery bye.
He's less than Mike and it growls or grumbles a bit. Sits there on the rock as you guys walk away.
What a lovely fellow.
The
What
last
did he
of the
say?
Glems
Quite
put
a
the
lot.
taffy there.
I
So
know
can we
where to
come
go
back now
now
that the scary
Or
dragon
what?
is gone?
Go to where to go to
You turn back around. No, the dragon's still sitting there.
To get the hole.
It's just lying down.
Well,
not
let's
doing
be on
anything
then.
Alright, let's
intimidating.
go to the hole. He said two of our number were gonna die, but
Can I come
I
with
think
you
I'll be
guys?
fine.
May I accompany you guys?
Of course, we may not be leaving. We're just making sure we got an escape plan.
Yeah, I think I could definitely be of service to this group, seeing as this is my forest.
We can help you claim your forest.
Whoa, calm
legally.
down. It's mine.
Queen's Forest.
No, you're wrong.
I will help you find your dragon.
I'm gonna write it down. The focus is agreeing with me. It's saying mine. Probably that's what's
Right,
probably
so
saying.
I guess we're gonna go down the way and check to see if the information's good.
Yep, you find the square hole in the roof that you came down through.
I'm gonna call up
That hole looks like
to
a
Snowy and see if she pokes her head.
You see a little bit of ice.
How are you doing, darling?
I was casting my cantrip frostbite.
Have we been away long?
Bones come falling down inside the tunnel. Looks like a couple of goblins.
Oh, good, you're eating.
You're well fed.
I look at the bones to see if there's any worrying markings on them.
Well, what's left of their clothing is kind of a pale blue color.
I feel like she's gonna be bigger. No.
Okay. So,
Who's climbing up to?
anybody got a rope?
We got taffy rope
Yeah.
over here.
I got rope. I got regular rope.
They can stack themselves
Does
up.
anybody know how to play the flute and make the rope go up?
I play the bagpipes.
I got an idea.
Better not.
How about
break
just
bagpipes.
shoot rope? I got a bow and arrow and
Yeah,
rope.
but
I play bagpipes.
I'm so glad you came along. Why don't you give it a try?
Okay, could I climb on top of them to give myself a better
You can
make
climb,
it easier for me?
climb on top of all five stacks
Okay,
on top.
firing a bow is far easier standing on your feet, aiming straight up, than it is sitting on the back of a giant.
Gosh.
How tall are you?
I am 8 feet tall.
I'm slightly taller than you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Could I attempt
In
to
a-
I'm
shoot
slightly
them?
stronger than you.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm slightly twice as beautiful as you.
Well, I am
And half
slightly
as big as
4
me,
times
calm down.
smarter than you.
Okay.
Yes, great.
Gosh.
Okay, roll the hit.
I don't
Okay.
even
Are
know
we sure
what
that the
lot
big
armor
dicks weren't
is.
here?
You tying a rope to it?
Neither
Yeah.
do I.
Okay,
What do I roll?
20-sided dice.
Okay.
This statue's really heavy.
Base 9.
That's a
It
9.
uses your dexterity and proficiency bonus.
13 and then proficiency.
Because I thought it would be cool for
Okay, it's 5.
Monday to have for the.
Got a 14.
Okay, so the arrow goes shooting through the hole. There's a flap and a little puff of wind, and all of your rope goes reeling straight up through the hole.
Is that a good thing or a bad
And it's
thing?
still
I don't
going. I mean, all the rope's going.
Catch it! Catch
Catch
it!
the
You
rope.
gonna catch the rope?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
I know
Strength
it's
check.
not.
You
Rope
strength
burn
check.
on the hands.
Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Strength check?
Yep.
We know this isn't your forest.
17!
Okay. He,
Okay, for 16, sorry.
-1 on the strength.
Yeah.
Tough guy. He wraps his arm around the rope, and he doesn't realize it, but he's tangled his foot in it as well.
Oh no.
And no. The thing is, he's caught up with the string, so he's starting to go airborne. Somebody going to grab him.
Nope.
Somebody help me, please.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
gonna
wait,
grab his
wait,
ankle.
wait.
I'm gonna grab his ankle and yank him down.
Oh, wait
to
a
the ground.
minute.
Don't split me in half,
What did
damn
he
it.
shoot?
He shot an arrow through the hole that you've been talking to.
Right.
That hole was 150 feet up, by the way.
But your range on a longbow is more than 300 feet.
That's a long
So it
rope,
only has
though.
50
But the
feet
rope-
of rope.
But how is
Right, not that long. Is that problem?
how is he getting pulled in the air?
By the arrow.
Because as the arrow shot through, a certain very enterprising little dragon goes, "Waha, toy!"
Okay, good.
Everybody
I
grab
will
on.
also grab hold of the rope.
Okay, you
Ginger
can't grab the rope.
boy?
He literally just grabbed the end of the rope. So somebody's grabbing him.
Yeah, he's grabbing me.
I'm grabbing him by his ankle and whipping him back.
Don't
at
roll
split me in half, damn it.
Oh god, he's
You're not
It's gonna
gonna
have music.
Oh god, it's just
I'm gonna pity him little
That's
guy.
fine.
I'm gonna just dance
Nat
while
20?
Yes.
I'm gonna just dance while
Okay.
radiating spores.
You make a second strength check.
Oh no.
Can you hear me? I'm gonna dance
Good
to the
luck.
music, radiating spores.
That's
Nat
a 1!
Stop.
No, 0! It's a 0!
You feel the skin ripping off of your hands.
Oh, God.
So instinctively you just let go.
And
And,
then your
because of his
ankle.
physical action, he went whoo, threw you at the ground.
What about the rope on his ankle?
How much damage did I get?
My
sword.
Snowy,
Snowy,
wasn't hanging on yet. Come on.
I'm
So,
a frail little girl.
Gingy boys.
Calm down, guys.
Gingy boys. I was told by my friend the dragon that two of our members would nie survive the trip, and I'm thinking it may be you and the mushroom,
Okay, you take
but maybe
4
three
points
of
of
you
damage
can come and two of you can stay.
as you're slammed into the ground.
Oh no.
How much damage?
4.
To him.
But then he takes 2 more from the ripping action as his ankle is now going back airborne because he hits the ground and what's left of the
Okay.
rope goes up.
Wow.
And he's going back airborne and still.
So I'll catch his horn.
No, don't
Now
kill
you use
me!
your action.
Just let it go. Let it
Let him go.
So your action. You were there trying to grab, so you're going to attempt to grab him on the second if you want.
Oh no.
Nah.
Oh no! After he hits, I'm like,
Okay.
just wait for this to settle.
Okay.
It's his forward.
Oh man.
So he goes
His force.
slam. Wah! Goes shooting back up.
I knew a long time ago that when Snowy wants to pull, you don't hold on to the leash.
Make a D8 roll for me, please.
Uh-oh.
You go.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
make
fudge
sure
me.
you
In the
get
box.
out.
In the box. Reroll it.
In the bin.
I prefer the 4.
Okay, so what I was looking for just so you know, is that I wanted the 3 and 4 that would have meant you hit the middle, because then you just shot through the hole.
Oh,
But
no.
as is, you hit a little obliquely, so you actually slam into the Everdark's roof
Oh gosh.
before you go out, and that's
Wow.
I just
Yeah.
imagine a
Am I
little
just
bit
gonna
dust
die from
trickles
this?
down in front of the dragon.
you take a total of 13 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
On
I just-
top of what he already took, or
You're knocked out.
in
You're knocked
total?
out.
Yeah, she just gets a carcass.
13 more.
13 more.
You're knocked out.
Better
Yeah,
recharge
he's
it.
going to be at 0.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's definitely at 0.
But your rope with the rope was tangled
Is it-
around your ankle,
is it
so
enough
you
to
don't
kill
come
him?
down. That's the good news, because coming down would have been worse. As it is, you're going to fly out. She's going to drag him around in the sky and don't realize he's not moving, and then she remembers last time, so she lets him down gently somewhere else.
Would he be?
Good.
Would he be
Is
close
the
enough
rope
to hear a
still
scream?
dangling?
No, she took the whole rope with her.
So now we
Okay.
have to find
So-
another way out.
So how
You
did
dead?
I got 0 health.
Snowy!
You're in death saves.
Lower the rope!
Yeah, go ahead and roll a D20. I mean, D20. You need it.
I mean,
Trying to get 10 or
we can
higher.
just try that again,
Seven, that's
and I'll
one failure.
manifest my packed weapon as a
First session.
heavy
Slingshot
crossbow.
again. Hey, 6 o'clock
Hang on
tomorrow.
a second.
Something.
Longbow.
Go roll again, yeah.
Takes me too. Or I told him, yeah.
Getting the premium character
Yeah.
ready.
I'm so sorry.
Longbow. Heavy crossbow. Longbow.
Yes, it's true.
If I
Just
get
say
there, I
fail.
can save you.
The roll again.
Not yet.
But you're just
Alright.
getting dragged
You
around
failed
by a
the dex
dragon.
For all of them?
Fail this first one.
No.
Okay, he did roll. So I didn't know what you guys are doing. You're still on the ground level. I can't see him.
Would I
How-
see
So
how
we're
high
gonna
up
try
is he?
doing what he did because I can manifest my packed weapon as a longbow, and I have rope.
Now I have a question.
But you
Okay.
need bolts.
Having already climbed down it,
arrows.
would I have experience to climb back up the same way?
Where does it say that?
You can attempt to make the climb, but you're a myconid, so you don't have fingers and hands like you used to have.
Would I be able to root into the ground?
You could, but you're gonna move really slowly.
Hey, Mushroom Boy,
How high
I
up
think
is
you
the
should
hole?
wait here.
Huh?
How high up is the hole?
At least 120 feet.
I don't remember seeing
I think you may want to stay
I
here.
don't know.
I want to write wishes and then just like point it at him.
Maybe.
I
Just ask.
will eat you later.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call for Snowy to lower the rope.
She's over playing with her new toy.
Okay.
My dead
Glum
body.
is going to take Taffy, put it on his hands, and try and scale the wall with Sticky Taffy.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Sticky taffy wall
Okay,
It's one of
so
the-
there's a cliff that leads
It's
up
not.
to
It's not a
it.
cliff. It's brambles. It's like
climbable.
weeds and stuff.
Hey, hey.
Oh, great.
Shoot
It's
an
out of
arrow-
this cat.
an arrow.
But I
with
remember
rope
that
on
I
the
fell
end
because
that
I
will-
couldn't keep a grip.
Wait, why don't we? Let's just hand
So
it
one of the
rope.
ginger. One of the which one?
Glum.
Glum is starting to. He's looking very sad.
You got at least 4
Wait,
attempts.
Maybe I could talk to the
Glum
Tie
starts
the
vines.
rope-
walking
I'm
up.
gonna tie the rope around
Maybe I
his
could
waist.
speak with the vines and have them create a ladder type.
I didn't say tie.
I don't think
How
I
about
want to
we
leave
He's
their
taking
own
enough
space.
stuff
But
to
how do you
use
do
as
it?
rope, and he can stretch it out. The stuff he's using to grip.
What do you mean never know?
Hey, Gingy Boy! Hey, I don't know which number you are, but you shouldn't go out of that hole. You may die.
Do it, I believe in
I'm
you.
pretty sure you're going to die if you leave the hole.
I
But
believe
that
in
is
you.
a sacrifice I am willing to make.
You
I'm
have
pretty sure
at
they all
least
are.
4 attempts.
BP for real.
You have at least 4 attempts at it.
Everyone hates Glum.
Okay, go ahead, Glum, make your check.
Sticky Taffy, any?
Yeah, it's going to give you
Advantage?
advantage. You
It's
needed
a-
12 though,
It's an athletics check.
and it's 4 climbs for you.
That's a base 15.
Okay, stop. No, each one, because now he's got to make a second
Oh, I
distance.
thought it was an
Yeah.
advantage. That's why.
Distance. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you made it with the first
Yes.
one, so you don't have to worry about the second one.
Hopefully I did.
13.
13.
That's one success.
Yay.
1 and 1. All right. They're climbing. You're going to shoot your arrow. By the way, his hex bow lets him actually create arrows.
Okay.
Because
That's
it manifests as the weapon, as a practical useful weapon. So it creates the bow and arrow.
I just
I just tied my rope around
Glum.
Right.
because I figured that'd be more reliable. It'll take longer, but the rope will get there for
Okay,
sure.
This
gotcha.
isn't a good idea.
Okay.
This is a
How
great
long is the
idea.
rope? How long is the rope?
Apparently, it was
My
only
name is
it's the
Glum.
same.
Welcome to Jack.
So,
It's 50 feet of rope. It's not enough to go.
I was gonna say it's not enough to reach the 100.
But if we all
So you're
have
saying
the
there's-
rope, we can
there's-
tie it together.
you're saying there's vines or some kind
Yeah,
of
brambles. Yeah, you can climb.
library.
Yeah.
So can I use my plant speech to maybe talk to it and see if I can persuade it to like kind of move its vines into like a ladder type shape and climb up it?
No, that's not how it works. The closer you get would be druidcraft, but that's something about the size of your hands. So no.
You could talk to the plants.
You
but
talk to
they
the
don't
plants, and
really do
they,
anything.
Okay,
they'd
okay.
say, "We're all for you. We're really rooting for you."
Wait, maybe
BP
ask
for the
him to
DM.
make a really thick patch of leaves on at the bottom, so when he falls, he'll land softly.
It's already mud.
That's true.
At this point, I'm just gonna wait.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
try and climb it naturally.
Okay, he's gonna climb. You're gonna climb really slow.
As a myconid.
I think you should
have
inspire
pace.
the mushroom man, or not?
I
or
tried.
the gingerbread man.
You led them.
I know.
You led them,
Lumberman?
Spartacus.
I
You know. I know. I know. It doesn't work.
Gingerbread man.
Doesn't.
But
It works
there's
about as
5 of him.
effectively as it did for him too.
I would have to pick one, right?
Yeah, the one climbing.
I've worn 3 times.
Inspire the climbing
That's
board.
all my union requires me to do.
No.
Union.
Yeah. All right. So make your second climbing check. With
You're gonna
advantage.
die if you go out there.
His advantage.
You want to die.
I
You
know,
want me to
but
just sit down
doesn't
here
have
while y'all
strength.
climb out and
12
explore?
exactly.
No, we're gonna go up. I'm gonna check with
Bro,
Snowy,
you're hanging from the
and then we're
taffy.
gonna
You
go
actually
back and
you almost
pull
fell
that
with it.
stuff up.
I
If
don't
he goes
want
out,
that
Snow
much.
eats him. It's okay.
We're gonna figure that out.
Well, if Snowy
Third
eats it,
destiny.
the rope is dangling down. Grab onto it.
There's a plan in the works.
Wishes.
My dad.
I'm rooting for you.
No, if you get 3 fails before you get to 3 successes, you're dead.
Oh,
if you get
God.
3 successes, you stabilize at 0. If you roll a natural 1, you lose 2 death saves.
So is Snowy whipping him around?
I was one away from that.
God, I
Yeah.
wish I had
No,
these.
she's going to be licking him
Funny thing
and
is,
and trying to wake him
on
up.
the opposite end of the dice.
God.
Can't play with the toy. She nudges
Snow
him.
is
into-
assisting.
Has
No,
she
she can't assist.
Good try, though. Has she learned from my paladinness how to do the lay on
The
kingdoms?
paladinness.
Yes.
Trying to give you a dragon paladin level.
It's called lay on wings.
Yeah, no.
Lay on
But if you
wings.
if you
Lay
roll
on
a natural
tongue.
20,
Just
you go to 1 hit
lay
point.
on
You actually
tongue.
wake up.
Tongue of life.
Please give me that 20.
I'll start.
Beg with that.
Okay. So you're climbing slowly.
She's just got licked the eye.
Trying, I want to get up
Lick it
there.
down.
I'm
Go and make
trying.
your third climb.
I'm gonna go back down just because.
Oh, what,
You're
you're
the
going
warning.
to?
19. Okay, you're 3/4 of the way up. That means that if you fall now, you'll be taking roughly 18 dice of damage.
I'm gonna move to.
Oh, yeah.
dice.
Glum will die.
That one.
I'm gonna form a catching
Glum will
I
die.
said you have at least 4 attacks.
You're gonna assume the catching position.
What did I miss?
Gonna assume the.
Glum died.
I got you.
Glum died. No.
I got you.
No, if he falls, he's gonna take 18 dice of damage.
Okay, go ahead, Vic.
18 dice.
16.
Okay.
Oh,
As a baseball,
make or
it's
break.
2 and 2.
It's the bottom of the ninth.
Oh no.
Can you give him bardic inspiration from here?
Fourth
See,
Ah.
I
No,
I don't think
90
I
foot
can.
range. It's
Fourth
a 90
climb.
foot range.
60-foot range.
Okay. Well,
So I gotta get up there.
if I get up there, I can heal him. So.
3. What was that, 8?
It is 13.
13. Not enough. You actually fall.
Well, I thought the DC was 12. Oh
So he's a small gingerbread man.
Use a BP.
Can I attempt
BP to
to catch?
reroll or name tag to reroll?
no! Name tag.
Yeah. Save Glum's life.
That is a 16.
There you go.
Yay.
You climb to the
Someone just
surface.
Pick me up and throw me.
You see a
I'm
whitish
size.
dragon laying over. Basically paws on either side of your friend, nudging it, licking.
Tie off the rope.
Looks over and
Save me,
smiles.
please.
Looks
Yeah.
over at you.
Please save me.
Now, Snowy,
Tie off the rope, hurry, before she eats you.
I'm only here to help him. Please be calm. I'm making my way closer slowly.
To be fair,
Tie up the rope, you bloody fool.
There's nothing to tie to!
There's a ring of rocks all around it.
to
There
be
is.
fair,
The
There
problem
is.
is it's bigger than me, so it would
He
take
has
me-
no thumbs.
You can run.
He has no. He can't.
Just run around the rock.
Yes, the problem is I currently have to make sure that I'm going to be able to lower it without the dragon eating him.
No,
and
you.
It's not gonna eat him. It might eat you.
Yeah, to be fair,
Glum is a
Hey, stop,
Yeah.
guys. Guys, I already know what these guys are doing. Your action.
I think the dragon might eat him. So
It's gonna
one
eat
of us
Let's
should
prep the
probably
next
climb.
one. Let's prep the next one.
Bardova, can you do me a little favor?
No,
while
give it to
climbing?
me,
Can you
'cause I
sing me a
can-
little ditty.
I
Yeah.
can heal them.
I'll play some climbing music. for
Little
you.
ditty.
I will climb, and I'm using strength to claw into the walls as best I can.
Here we go.
I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Okay, so that first one is a 20.
Yeah, it got what it was is it got worse each time. It was 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s. So
Makes sense.
That was a 20.
Makes sense.
okay, you've made it the first climb. What is your
I
action?
played him.
You played bardic inspiration. You gave him that.
I'm still gonna just wait.
You're just chilling out. You're climbing. You're
no, I told him after him
You're
yelling
not
at me, I
shot.
stopped. I started climbing down.
Really? You got up there almost 30 feet, and then you go, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just jump.
pretty much.
Save your mushroom.
No, but then you realize the way he climbs is he just puts
I
his
got it,
arm
man.
against it and he
Go
fuses to the wall.
Like a slug.
Yeah. No, he attaches and his hand goes up above it.
Just spread
I was
Exactly.
getting yelled
Just
at.
slowly scoring up the wall.
And then Valère started yelling at me. and
Let's
it's like,
shoot him up
okay.
there, and then he can hit the
Screw
roof and
going
just.
down.
And then the road is
19!
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's not what I wanted, but
It's not what I wanted.
I survived.
Okay.
0 right now.
You breathe.
Yeah.
As you breathe, the dragon pounces into action
Oh no, it's
and without even thinking because you do not smell right.
Oh no.
At least I'm alive.
Glum is gone.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Gingerbread crumbs come falling down through the hole.
Oh god, I just imagine I see it.
I warned you, but did they listen? Oh no, it's just a
It's the
hole.
gingerbread equivalent of having a bunch of body parts falling out of that hole.
I'm not
I
putting my
always
hand
tell
on
them-
one of the Glim's shoulders
I
and say,
tell
I'm
them-
sorry for your
They
loss.
didn't listen.
Can you get a couple now?
Okay.
The good news is there's still 4 of you, and 4 out of 5 ain't bad.
I got an 18 on my next climb.
So am I knocked out or am I
This isn't a multiple choice quiz.
You're
John.
unconscious.
Okay.
So you're halfway. You're halfway up.
I was gonna say if I had enough time, I was just gonna run over and stick my gingerbread hand in his mouth to
Okay.
resurrect.
What else are you doing? You already done the inspiration for him. He's climbing away merrily. What do you want to
Just
do?
watching him.
Hmm?
Just looking.
Think.
Hope you get there.
You're back down on the bottom.
Just depressed,
The
sad.
good news is you always wondered what glum would taste like, and there's little crumbs of him over there.
Do I have a
Just
mouth?
go-
Like,
You don't have to. No, you just walk over and put your foot
Try
on
to
it.
absorb it.
All four of them give you the back of the hand because they can't flip you
If I
off.
were to, like, if any of us were to touch him,
There
would
we
we
go.
get like mushroomed?
Do it. Find out.
What's that?
Go eat him.
Caress the mushroom gently.
Eat the spore.
He's already covered in enough plants. He doesn't
Exactly.
want fungus on him too.
Alrighty. You're unconscious. Now she might come over. No, you're at 0, so it's going to take 4 hours for you to wake up. So next, the other 4 who are standing looking at the crumbs.
We begin to hold our memorial service. We remember him so fondly.
They put their hands up and create a little gingerbread house over him.
Matt,
Yes!
House in the sky.
Yes!
Matt, they must assimilate him. He must be
Bio.
one of us. One with us.
No. You have to realize I already built that in. When the one dies,
We
each
all
one of them gets
sing-
stronger. It's like roar! Painting, the colors get more vibrant. And maybe,
So seeing like
ooh, the jelly bean buttons now.
The gumdrop button.
Gumdrop buttons now. Form.
Anything left
Kill
over, we
everyone.
just
Might
start
turn back into
piecing
a gnome.
back onto the real
So
us.
it's not. Just keep them all alive.
Now that you were gone, they must be reassimilated.
You must become part of us.
One of us.
One of them
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Part of the glim.
Can I pass you by my foot?
Pass you by.
Pass you by my foot.
Part of the glim. Part of the wizard. Part of the glim. Part of the wizard.
All right.
So I climb again.
Yep.
Woohoo. 20 again. Non-nat.
3/4 of the way up.
Anybody else?
You're all just watching the brave dragonborn.
I hope you make it.
I want to walk up to and put my hand
You have bardic inspiration.
on
Does the
Bardo's
13 make it?
shoulder.
I'm gonna
No,
pull
you
away
won't make
before
it.
you touch it.
So bardic inspiration does what?
1d6.
16.
16 will make it.
So I climb
Got
up.
you.
Another.
There are crumbs all around her mouth.
I
A
rush.
little bit of the frosting is like on one lip.
Help me.
I imagine there's one eye just blinking in fear.
I rush right by the body and then I hug Snowy.
Oh no, she's closer to the entrance than the body is.
Oh, okay. Well, I hug Snowy and I brush the crumbs off her. Say,
Oh,
"Oh,
who's a
Snowy,
good girl?
you should always
Who's a
be
good girl?"
clean when you eat. Okay? Don't I leave the crumbs on you? It's unbecoming." So,
From her stomach.
hi. So, how is Nathan here? Are you okay? Were you attacked? You were attacked? Use your words, Snowy.
Blin.
Blin?
Five blin.
Blue Blin.
Five blin. Five blue blin. Yeah.
Aye. What do they mean?
I try.
Did you ask first?
No.
Oh
No, I
You
didn't.
got to ask first. Unless they attack you. If they attack you, then eat them.
No, they were singing.
Uh-oh. She killed a goblin band.
A merry man.
Did they have?
So, you didn't want to go with us down the hole?
Oh god, it's in my dragon wounds.
Yeah. Mm.
You could fit.
Mm.
Can I go back over the hole and see if it can be widened artificially?
Rock.
So, wait, there was something what did I come up here for?
The rope.
Save
Tie
the
the
ranger.
rope.
Oh, tie the rope.
Tie the rope.
I'm gonna pull what's left of the rope out of Snowy's mouth.
She tugs at
No,
it
wait,
with
can
the
he
taffy
just-
rope. That part's taffy.
No, the
Snowy.
rope is tied to his ankle.
Yeah.
No, but there's my rope.
Need it later.
Throw him down to weigh it so it doesn't.
I'll bring more. Lots
Yes.
more. So I'll
Yes.
take that rope and I'm gonna tie it up to one of the biggest rocks.
Okay.
And leave him.
You only
attached
have
too.
you only have about 35 feet of rope up here. There's a 50-foot rope. Part of it was taffy, and she ate part of it.
Okay, well
So how far is
You
it from
have
the
a rope
ground
with
to the
you
to the
90 feet. Oh no, it's 120 feet to the hole.
So 90
There's a hole.
feet.
but
There's a
it
hole.
would help with the last check.
Yeah.
Not if you just dropped it straight down.
No, I tied it off, so it's
So you only have to get
dangling
3/4 of the way up, and then you have the rope.
Travis,
No, the
there's
rope.
a rope going from her mouth down.
No, I took it out of her mouth.
Yeah.
So hey, what else did I come up here for?
The
I feel
ranger.
I feel like it was really important.
Wishes.
You heard
Oh,
the
I-
ranger. They
Ranger,
shouldn't-
okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the ranger and I'll give him
Gentle repose. Oh, wrong spell.
When you wake them up, tell them my forest is fine.
I'll give
Queen
him
Force.
5 HP.
Okay. Okay. First of all, the sky is no longer the traditional blue with stars like you're used to seeing at night and all of that. Instead, the sky is a mauve or reddish color, and the river you see floating over in the horizon is the color of this wall,
Okay.
red. The sun itself is about the size of a saucer
You're
in the
hell.
sky.
Like an actual saucer, or
Like the physical size of a saucer. I mean, dimension.
From your perspective,
From
it's
your
like
perspective,
holding a plate.
Yeah,
of water
our
balloon.
sun is right now about the size of a penny. This is the size of a plate,
oh, okay,
and it's got stripes across it like Jupiter.
okay.
The sun here is called a nimbus, and we orbit around it in about 30 days. And I'm doing this more for the stream than anything else. We orbit around it in 30 days, and we rotate for 24 hours on our axis. And 3 days out of the month, you actually get to see the other solar body, which is known as Helios, which is a yellow star, which is a long distance away, which only shows up as a pinpoint on the shoulder of Nimbus when you first see it. And then on the middle day, you pass between the two, and on the third day, it disappears. Because that's how fast we're orbiting around this gas giant.
So the mushrooms are just now kicking in, or I'm dead. That's one of the two things.
That's the first two things you're thinking.
Yes. Oh man.
There's a big shiny rainbow-colored dragon caressing your cheek.
Well, mostly white.
Mostly white. Okay.
It's a
Opalescent.
Opalescent, yeah.
Do I roll for fear?
Yes, you do.
And what is it?
It's a wisdom check.
Runs down the hole.
Wisdom save.
Just
Succeed.
dive into the Everdark.
2, 18.
Okay, you're not terrified.
Okay. Now why the fudges are dragging around me?
It's Snowy. This is my baby.
Is it baby literally or baby figuratively?
Yes. She
It's a
saved
worm.
your
Yeah.
life.
It's a wormling, so it's about as big as you.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the upworld.
No.
The real world.
Under sky, from their
The
standpoint.
under sky world.
I'm gonna pretend I know what you're talking about.
No, you do. You've heard that
That's what
phrase.
you live in.
Under sky.
We're-
But you
we're
believe it to be a
above you.
myth. No one's ever been up there.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm dead then because nobody has ever been here. This is probably the afterlife.
You're in hell.
How'd you
gonna-
die?
I'm gonna start untangling the rope from his ankles.
Okay?
Gosh.
So well, let's go back down now.
I don't think I want to.
You didn't want to go home.
I went down the.
Yeah, it's 120 feet down below, and the giant.
Jump.
Your friend,
Nova.
your friend, the formula is going.
Green fart.
Yeah, green fart shouting up at you. My forest is fine.
Gosh dang it!
So I'm gonna pull the 35 feet
Queen's
rope.
forest.
How long was your rope?
50 feet.
So I'm gonna tie the 50 feet onto the 35 feet.
Okay, so you have
Then you have
85 feet.
Then you have a 50
I have
foot
50
taffy
foot.
rope.
I just found a
Right.
50 feet
No,
of
the
rope.
taffy rope's all gone.
Was eating
Oh,
the
she
dragon.
ate it. No.
So how much is left over for the ground?
35 feet.
35 feet.
I have 50
That's
feet
not
of
too bad.
hempen rope in my
Throw me
explorer's
35
pack.
feet.
You can sit there and swing it side by side until they get because they're going to climb up the inside of the
Gotta
wall,
keep this dragon
and you can swing it to them.
down.
5'11".
But we're going back down
We seem to be
Are
losing
you?
more resources
Mhm.
just keeping
Why?
it.
to save him
And save him.
and him.
I have a healer's kit.
And
Are we
burn
all
now.
getting out? Or are we going back? Now that we know the escape.
Yeah, we just wanted to.
You wanted to be
certify
able to
that
get
we
out.
can
Snowy.
get out. Right, and find Snowy. So hey Snowy, are you sure you wouldn't fit in this hole? It's like 10 foot square.
Can it fit its head in? And then we just tie the rope to its one of its teeth, and then we'll look at
What do you think, Snowy?
like how long is its neck? I guess?
What was the other one's name? The White Dragon.
That's what I was. It's it has a T in it.
Well, no, Tiora is the good one. That's Simon and Tiora, but this not about the villain one.
I thought you did introduce
They
her
aren't
as
that good.
Taylor.
Mm-mm.
Did I?
I think
Okay.
so. But she was the evil white,
Yeah,
and she had a daughter.
right. Yeah, so Tiora, yeah. Holes are where you find Tiora.
That's what she says.
Mhm.
Why do you think that?
Where they put me, remember?
I'm not remembering that.
The whole story before you ever met her was that Tiora was going to raise her as as an evil.
Well, she was trying to, but she had lived with Cywin the whole time.
Attack my god.
She had never met her until she went out with me, and Cywin went back to go talk to the dragons.
Okay.
But we met her and her kid.
Okay. Anyway, not gonna go. The issue is she doesn't want black holes. That's where the evil lives.
But well, you stay here, okay? And if you hear me toot on the whistle, you know what to do.
Roar.
Right. And make sure that no one messes with our rope. Because then we
Make sure no one messes with the rope. Got it.
Right. And do not eat anybody without asking, unless they attack you.
Okay. But as they play music, I don't like it.
I can understand that. Did you feel anything when the music played?
Yeah. Sleepy.
The day the music died.
You're not making this easy, John.
Take the
Okay.
dragon.
Well, if the music plays and you do not like it, you can go away.
Okay.
But stay close and do not go into any of the storms or anything else.
No.
And make sure you do not stray far from here. So you can still hear my whistle from down there. I'm trusting you. You'll do the right thing.
Okay.
They didn't
So
ask
I
if she
will-
could eat me.
I'll tie off the rope and start climbing down.
Okay.
Hey, Ranger, Charlotte, do you have any more rope?
Actually, you shouted over Charlotte. Charlotte's laying flat on the ground. She hasn't moved.
Are you dead again?
No.
Did you give her life points?
Yeah.
5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. You're fine.
You're at 5.
Do you have any more rope?
No, I just got some leather.
That's not gonna work. Well, let's climb down. We probably just jump the rest.
35 feet's a bit of a jump.
I'm sure.
Of course, other people could climb up with another rope and tie it to yours if they wanted.
I will.
Okay.
I will climb up.
So I
Just
start
secure
climbing
yours to
down.
a rock.
So you only have to do like one
I
check.
have
to
a healer's
get
kit.
the rope.
Could I use
With
this?
some bardic
What's that?
inspiration, maybe?
I have a healer's
Nope.
kit.
Healer's kit doesn't have any
He
rope
has
in
a
it.
limited amount
No,
of
like to heal
inspiration.
myself.
It's only like
Unless you're
Whatever is
okay.
the
DC.
The healing
I'm
kit
agree.
doesn't work the
Right.
way it used to. Healing kit is now basically used to give you a chance to get a saving throw when you wouldn't normally get one. So it's
Gosh,
for like
thank
I mean, this is
There actually is a feat that lets you use it as actual healing, but it's a feat.
right. You have to have that skill as well.
I don't like feet.
Well, you have 2 of them, so you have to
You
deal
like
with them.
I know.
Oh, I could have used the healer's kit when I was doing my death throws.
No.
Oh.
Someone can use it on you.
I
It's
know,
basically
that's why I
it's a
hate
first
them.
aid kit.
So I
Oh.
never.
So you can't do it on yourself.
never
You
figure
have
out
Oh, but I could
all
do it on
the
other
feats,
people.
it's just
Yes.
stupid amounts of them.
The reason why you
It
carry it
has-
is for others. It's
It
not
has
for you.
10 charges that you can spend 1 charge to automatically stabilize someone without making
They
a
were all
check.
broken.
If you have, yeah.
If you have it,
Okay.
but you need to actually have it.
Okay. I have
Right, so we climb down the rope.
Okay, to attach another rope to it, and so now you've got a way to escape if you need to.
Right.
Do I cover my? Can I cover my hands with leather because they're ripped from the rope?
Okay, so he did magical healing, and magical healing takes care of that kind of damage first.
Oh, okay. Okay, in which case
Because
I come
otherwise
down
you
with
just
them.
keep bleeding out and dying.
Great. So now that we're back down, what do we want to do? Do we want to leave one of the gingy boys here to protect the rope?
Yes.
How far can you be from each other?
We do not know.
Don't know. These 120 feet.
Exactly.
Want to find out?
Sorry.
You're a wizard. This is a
Yeah.
great magical experiment.
Mhm.
We should find out.
What if they all
How
cast a
far
spell
you
at
can
the
be
same
from each
time?
other.
I Glum
So
is
we're all on
dead.
ground level
I
now?
concur.
That
Yeah.
may be.
Well,
No.
we didn't
Glum
go
is
there.
inside
Possible
of
that
it.
you might be a
on the
walkie-talkie.
Glum's with all of us.
As well as
down.
being a gingerbread.
I have to climb up.
That's
In here, you mean?
They had to because he can't do the other because he can't do them.
I have no thumb and no fingers.
You have
We can do
mittens.
this one.
You have mittens.
With
Yeah.
very precise cuts.
Yeah,
can
if you
give
bite-
you fingers.
if you
Whether
bite
or
your
not you
hand
can bend
in
them.
certain-
it's
I
different.
volunteer to
Why-
bite his hand. I want to try what the cookie tastes
He can't
like.
bite
You're
his
just trying to
own hand
eat
because he has no
everybody,
mouth.
aren't you?
Why does
Mouth
everyone
is-
insist on using Glim as food stuffs
Charlotte's
right
one of those
now?
girls just trying to eat
I am
everybody.
injured. I deserve a bite from the cookie. I almost
Look,
died.
Charlotte. I don't
The
know
cookie
what
is
would you do in
me.
your hometown, but you're trying to eat everybody here.
I don't understand.
I think when he comes
said,
around
but
trying
I
to bite
think
the
he was
dragon lord, he's a lot more
complimenting
likely to be bitten by the dragon lord.
Yeah.
The dragon.
I don't know what he said, but I think he agrees with
No,
me.
he's gonna bite back.
Now we can't
Anyways.
get through the
Not if
hole.
they're in the hole.
Holes are the only safe space for
So
Just dig her.
we must go to the Mushroom Queen. Is that correct?
Yes.
We have to go to the
Let's
Mushroom
Wait,
Kingdom.
so
Let's
here's
go.
my thoughts.
I bet if we kill the queen.
Do we want to
he's
try
sure.
talking
He's
to these Primus cloaks? Do we want to try talking to the Primus?
No. They're
Yeah.
big dicks.
That
I'm
was all,
nearly
okay.
dead.
That was fed to you from other sources. So don't. You know that they are not supposed to be here. That does not mean that they're what
You know that I
Yeah,
don't
that
like
just feels unnatural
Yeah,
to me.
That's
To
all
see
we really
elves that
know.
aren't pale white or ebony black.
right.
There's nothing in between. What the hell are those?
Right.
I don't want to die. That's what I'm
Wait,
just.
what is
Let's do
What
it.
kind of elf are you?
Maybe
So-
we're below
Wood
the
or-
other city.
He's a wood elf.
He's an Andrin.
So it's
Okay, he is an
changing.
No,
Right.
Inandrin.
So
Inandra is the
Not
forest of
Nandrin.
the. That's Ray's elves.
Oh, okay.
The nice bland ones, the vanilla bland.
Wait.
Right, so
How
I
did you get
think
here?
we see what
I
we're
was
doing
raised here
here,
by my grandpa.
Try.
Chad.
and if,
Max Power Fist.
if they're dicks, then we go get the queen to blow her up.
Max
Well,
power.
I've never heard of an undra named Chad.
No, that's my grandpa.
Yes.
He's my adopted grandpa.
Hey,
Because
I
You
can't
adopted
respond.
him?
I don't.
Yes.
Let me
I just
say it.
found it out.
Inandrin
No,
foundling
like-
raised by a
Tell us. Talk to us.
Inandrin.
Right.
Like I
An
tried.
Inandrin raised by an
So what?
Inandrin.
Like I can't.
That'll
Go
confuse
get
you.
the queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm
No,
gonna
he's
talk to
saying-
him.
we
he's
need to go
saying-
get the queen and that we shouldn't talk to them. And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know any of
Well,
this.
We were kicked
he's
out of
just
our
saying
town.
that
My mom
you
was
shouldn't
just a
trust
storm.
someone else's opinion.
Oh.
just
Yeah,
don't
he
trust
never
us.
All we
That's
know
what
about
you
them is
hold.
his opinion.
Right.
Okay.
The number
He's
one
just
rule:
saying
don't
don't
trust
run
all.
your
What
life
I'm
off
saying
of
is,
my
okay.
opinion.
what I'm
Don't
saying is, we
trust
don't
you.
know if they're like, if they could be the good guys and the queen could be the bad.
Right.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
know
We
the
don't have
queen
to
is
I mean, we
bad.
know the
Yeah,
queen isn't
well,
good.
yeah.
What I'm gonna tell
Are we
you,
gonna help?
We know that.
you're the only one that can understand me. I think maybe
The queen only just wants to share her faith. That's all.
Why don't we try to
Tell-
stick these guys against the queen?
Queen also
Get rid
told
of
me my
both of them
people
and
don't
have
know.
Blair.
There is my
Find the
point.
tree.
Yes.
But first we gotta find out
If
if
we
these
find
guys
the
are
tree
dicks in the
and
first
get
place.
leaves, we get wishes.
Or if they're easily manipulated dicks.
Who has the highest charisma here?
Well, I want to know if we go to the
Probably
queen.
me.
What do you
Oh
guys
no,
have?
probably.
Three dryad boys.
Okay. Why don't we send
Wait,
one of you?
can we get like some bonus to our charisma after what we've been through?
Not him.
No.
Who was the one that lasted the longest?
Him.
So yeah, you'd have a +1 charisma against dryads.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
What?
Let's try.
I seduce the trees.
No, it's more on the trees go.
The giver of wood.
What if we go there faking I'm injured as fuck right now because of this, and we tell them that the Mushroom Kingdom did this to us, and we try to stick them
What
on
race are you?
elf.
Inandrin,
What
goody two, the wood elf, the goody two shoes.
Yeah.
The goody
raised
two-shoes.
What kind of elves are these?
Primus.
Or we could bring
Okay,
it up
yeah,
one
that's
notch and kill
If
you.
everything
Tell them they
I know
killed
about
you.
these guys is true, which it may
I
not
can't
be,
understand a word he's saying.
they're,
so I
they're
don't know what his
racist
idea is.
bastards.
Don't worry, I'm racist bastards
whole
towards them too.
Okay.
You see, they seem unnatural to me, but I want to see why they're here.
Right, but they
Because I
came
want to
down.
know where that came from.
Do you see all the shite they got? They got thins everywhere and ballistae and pointy thins.
Well, yeah, but if they let us in,
If
it's
we
gonna
get
be a lot
close enough,
easier
they
to
won't be able to
get
shoot
deal
us with
damage
that.
from the inside than the outside.
Fine.
Let's try to stick him on them.
Let's take a vote. Who wants to go talk to them? Sounds great. Let's go. Gingy boys, you want to go?
At this point, I just
Okay.
imagine they've taken
So in
some
the
of this after
distance,
trying
so
to
in the
make a new
distance,
glove.
and after quite a bit of time, you guys do hear roaring sound, and the thrumming of
direction?
bowstrings.
Oh no.
Oh, they're fighting
Roaring
a
from what
dragon.
direction?
So we run that way.
Yes.
Okay.
They're fighting the dragon.
Yes. So go ahead and put the dragon over here.
Like right here in the middle of all
I'm
these
trying to
guys.
find it. Trying to use this
You're
to
the only one
indicate
that can
that she's at
understand.
elevation. So
Oh, okay. She?
No one understands me. So.
I'm
They-
not assuming dragon genders.
they.
Well, I'm asking because
Misdirection.
the dragon said it needed to reproduce, and it's a she. It's not going to work with Snowland.
Yeah, but there are kinds of frogs that can change their
That's
sex.
right.
Are you calling this dragon amphibious?
That's an
No, I'm
amphibian.
saying that it's genetically altered by a weird
By
corporation.
the necessities of time.
That's an
Yeah.
amphibious trait.
They technically are amphibious because they live on land and air.
True.
They're
And
amphibians.
then-
They're not amphibians.
True.
Anyway, so the dragon is basically currently doing war with them. You see that several of the elves have already taken damage and are fighting back. So
Is he winning?
Should we go help the dragon?
it's your choice. You can help the dragon or
Is-
just wait. The dragon
Or we
dragon
kill them
seems to
both.
be more along the lines of like sortie attacks. It flies away and then turns around and it comes back and does a strafe attack.
So
and then-
so next time it comes around our direction, I'm gonna call him down. If he will listen. No, I'm
Should
not.
blow
Gonna,
that
I'm
whistle. Blow
not. I'm
the
not
whistle.
going to use the whistle because that pisses him off.
Yeah, but it's also pissing him off every time he gets shot.
okay, actually,
Maybe piss him off in a good
you're
way.
seeing very little damage to the dragon at all.
To be fair,
The towers. You don't see any physical damage. You just see dead eldrin
Right.
hanging from the walls and stuff where they've.
I like it. So he's doing our job for us.
I say we just
Yeah, I say we help out the dragon.
We got to make sure.
Let's say we kill him.
Right?
That's
So-
a bad idea.
So what is your action? You tried to call to it.
I'm gonna try to call him down.
Okay. As it wheels away from its last attack, instead of wheeling back towards it, it now diverts and heads over towards the rock where you guys are.
How goes the battle?
Those of you that failed last time have to make checks again.
What was it, 15?
We said it
Yep.
touches down.
Oh, it touches down?
I thought he said it touches
Why?
Exactly.
down. Well, he says it comes down.
11. I run away
We've
again.
got to take another wee.
Yep, 15.
I gotta go wee wee.
18.
Oh, look at
They're
the
going
time.
together.
I gotta go
They're
wee
going
wee.
together.
Oh, would you look at the time?
It's time for my potty break.
Alright, so I'm not as scared.
Maybe
of
you
this
should
one
see-
this time.
See if you can mount him. So
Yeah.
it-
That's a bad idea.
It,
So,
Not without
it
consent.
lands and says, "What are you doing back here? Thought
Well,
you were leaving."
I found my child, and now it's time to deal with what needs to be dealt with here.
Well,
Do you need any help?
I just went for a look because you made it sound like there was some kind of a danger, and I went flew over there and they attacked me, pissed me off.
That's what I thought might happen. That's why we were considering going on the attack.
Yeah, but they've got those sharp, pointy things, but it's really not my kind of a concern. I certainly am not going to be going back there anytime soon.
Okay, well, do you think that they're friendly?
They certainly are trying to defend their own, even though they're within our realm. Don't know why they're even here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm good.
I tried to talk to them, but they don't even speak my language.
Oh,
Should
you
I
guys
try
are
it?
Draconic.
They don't even speak common.
I know
You speak
Elvish.
Elvish?
I know Elvish.
Half elf,
I
half
also
elf,
know
full
Elvish.
elf. We have
Gingerbread.
plenty of elves.
I know Celestial just
I
in
also
case.
I'm
know
only
Elvish.
half
Gingerbread.
racist towards them.
He knows gingerbread.
I can speak to snacks.
I speak snack.
Prohibition
It's
time.
that you no longer have some.
Yeah, he's
small
he
animals now, you
knows
have
the
to
words
speak
of
to
a
snacks.
of a
So I was the tinker. He
chicken soup for the soul.
He can speak to mushrooms.
So you went from Tinker Gnome to Baker Gnome?
Deep speech because of my background. One.
Now I make wind up.
Right, what do you guys think? Should we go and try to talk to him, or should we run away?
Try to talk.
Okay.
See what they're about.
Can I hang on to him on his back?
Do you have a use name that you could give me?
do that.
A use name.
I want to
Alias.
survive.
I'm not a tank.
I am.
I'm
You're
not
a
a meat.
druid.
I'm not a meat shield, bro.
But you're gonna
Yes, you are.
I have 10 health and 14 armor class with my shield out.
Until you transform, then you have
I
extra
don't
health
can't
points.
transform.
He's big
I'm
enough
level
for me
one.
to hold on
Feroz.
to.
Feroz.
I thought you got launch.
Have you used that
No,
before?
level 2. At level 3, when he
A
gets
couple
his
of
archetype,
times.
he can raise the challenge rating.
Thanks.
Choose.
Yeah, if you pick.
My name's Valaire.
Have you used that a couple times?
Once or twice.
Good hunting.
Thank you.
And it wings off away from the rocks. Yeah, the model. Just go back later. No, just leave it there.
Can you write that down? Feroz.
Pharos.
Pharos?
Pharos.
All dragons cause gloom problems.
I wonder if he's a steel dragon.
No,
Probably
if he was
not.
a steel dragon, he wouldn't appear as a dragon.
Yeah. And why is his name Feroz? Okay.
Because it's not spelled like that. It's spelled more like King of the Egyptians. Pharos. Pharos.
Pharos.
Not Feros.
So
Also
we will
Feroz.
slowly approach.
He might be known as Bueller. Bueller.
I know that one.
What?
Was he breathing fire?
No, some kind of gas.
Chicago sausage.
So wait, he's Pharaoh's butane.
The beautiful Dragonborn is leading the way
All right.
towards the axe wielding guys behind the ditch.
Yeah, the crossbowmen will intercept you though, so bring those guys over.
I'm gonna approach side by side with him.
Say hi.
Stop right there, Grumbles.
What ho, friends!
I want to touch Bardova.
Hop, hop,
as he
hop, hop.
passes
No. I turn my shoulder away.
I would see he passes by. I go.
How did you get here?
Cut it off
We fell through a hole.
With what? Your loot.
with long sword.
Well, so did we.
Do it.
Entire
Well, I see you're doing very well for yourself over here.
Well, we had a bit of an altercation. We were leaving from a battlefield and ended up here.
Aye, that big ass. Did you see that big ass dragon fly by?
Yeah, it was a pain in the butt. I don't even know why it bothered. This is not. We're doing a meet. We didn't want to even be in a fight with it. We just defending ourselves.
Aye.
So it always.
Well, what's your plan here?
Well, we built this outpost out of what was left of our kite, and we're going to be remaining here until such time as the a rescue is coordinated by the upper command.
Well, do you think you might be able to get that tower tall enough to get to the roof?
Why ever would we do that?
To get out in the open air again?
What roof? That's the sky.
No, that's the roof. It's made of stone.
He's right. That's stone.
Yeah, I can attest with my injuries.
Aye,
Shoot
we-
an arrow at it and shatter it.
All right, if
Yeah.
you don't believe the non-underfolk, you could probably tell by a few of my features that I'm from here.
So we're in the
We're
air.
not from here.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
That.
It's
That's
inconclusive.
concerning.
I thought this was the Feywilds.
I told you I
thought this was
recognized
my
that
home.
ceiling.
There's more than one kind of ceiling, bucko.
Down here.
The roof. The roof. The roof's over your head.
What do you want?
Oh, we just came to say hello. You're the first friendly people we've seen down here.
You're the first Primus I've seen in the Everdark.
You speak Elvish, right? Because this is all has gone in Elvish. They won't speak Common.
Then I think I might.
Nope.
They're just glossing
No,
over us.
I'm
We were
just talking
friendly.
in
Um,
celestial.
Which they're not understanding.
Then I'm translating
He's
it for him.
speaking God.
I
over
speak
there.
Elvish.
Yeah,
I
I
speak
speak Elvish, so I understand.
Okay.
I'm offended they said that they're the first ones.
I'm
with the
so
trees.
charismatic. that
Yes,
that's
exactly.
what
They
I'm
tried-
saying anyways.
I feel like speaking
Well,
Elvish
actually,
doesn't
you're
really
moving your
feel
lips,
like
and they're hearing
speaking
this one
California.
speak, so they're
Everybody has it.
taking. All right. So
I speak nothing.
Have you guys had any encounters with the one they call the Mushroom Queen?
We don't like her.
We've had to deal with a couple of their pods. We handled it fairly handily with a little bit of fire, a bit of flame,
The
a
flame
little bit of
seemed
soy
to help.
sauce,
So
a
the
little bit of
flame,
salt.
so the flame made them back away, huh?
No,
Leave you alone?
made them sumptuous and very nutritional.
Oh.
You should want to be
you say.
careful
Understand.
about eating them too much.
Oh, trust me, we purified the food first. So, would you like to visit our encampment and understand more about our culture? Because we certainly could utilize, I don't know, any mortals among you?
Half.
I'm elf.
No mortals.
Full elf.
Well, between the two of them, you got
But
one
yeah,
whole one.
We have one whole
Oh,
bottle right
don't even bother.
here. But do you have any?
They're
good
clearly
man?
scorned. They're not worth our time.
True enough. True
Also
enough.
the only ones that can understand them.
Well, that's your problem, not ours. And the fact that you are wannabe elves is.
I'm a full elf. I'm a good elf.
I actually I would challenge that because you would be what they consider to be one of the low caste.
Yeah, but I'm a better. Yes.
So
I
you
ain't
guys
scum
want to go
like them.
inside?
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad idea at this point. I don't
Sure.
think they pose.
What
sure.
could possibly go wrong? Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right.
I mean, they can confiscate your weapons.
Yeah, that's the first thing. When you get to the gates, they're not going to let you in with weapons.
I
Oh.
clearly
What about
just
a
have a
little-
broken
well-
hilt.
Well,
I
what's,
have-
what's the point of going inside to begin with?
My hands are weapons.
What's the point of going inside to begin with?
You're on mushroom. They don't
To
even know
learn
what you're
more.
saying.
Exactly.
What
Kill
does
them
you
from
need
the
to learn?
inside.
Well, we can certainly have parlay out here. I mean, I can have dinner brought out and we can eat out
You
here.
need a badger for
Well, I'm
They're
fine
gonna
with seeing them,
Oh,
but
what?
A
my
badger
friends
as a
don't want to give
familiar.
up their weapons.
Why?
I don't have any.
because badger.
Well, in that case, it'd probably be best if I just call for support to come out here rather than bothering the people on mission inside anyway. So
That's
He's
fine.
been stopped for racial profiling.
that way you don't have to
What
give
is-
us weapons.
What is our quest right now? Do we have a quest?
Survive.
Something Fellstones.
I
Become
know-
known.
Would you like to know our quest?
Become
to
known.
get
So-
3 wishes.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I
you
told
have
you
three
have
requests,
four-
you
there's
have
four
to
of
fix
you.
them.
I keep
Okay,
trying to say
okay.
let's go
All right,
back to
actually,
3 and then we do
before that, just for clarification, the two
I've
gnomes
said it like 4 times.
who are in the state they're in right now were told that if they get leaves from the central tree and bring them to the queen, she'll grant them 3 wishes.
And I told
Not
you
the
that.
queen.
Yes.
A guy outside
Oh, that's right.
that has a wagon.
That's why we went down
Red
there.
and
Right.
yellow wagon.
He had multiple veil
Yes,
insignias,
Multi-veil.
robes.
gotcha.
Yellow, orange, red.
But he said 1 wish each. You would get 4 wishes.
Promise 3
We don't know if it. Well, Snowy was gonna get one. He was gonna get one. I was
never
gonna
give
get
it, that's right.
one.
3.
And he said he'd give us one for everybody that's with us. And you talked it into saying Snowy counted.
Counted.
So if we
So
show
it
up
was
with
originally
extra,
gonna be 2.
so if we show up with extra people,
Well, we don't know if that.
These are
if
all
it,
snow.
Anyway, that was problem 1. Then problem 2, the very people that got the wishes promised to them both ended up with fundamentally a form of curses.
Yeah, physical. Yeah.
Well, they died, and this is how.
They
we
also
fixed that.
they also ate of the food down here.
You were dead, bro. You lost your
So
soul.
central
You
tree
lost your
and
soul.
and
right?
more
I didn't
importantly,
die.
just finding a cure to bring these people back.
Yeah. Above that, he has a Fellstone, which is important somehow. None of us really know yet. Other than that, I have a quest to kill all the hags. Ever.
How many
I-
hags are there?
I have a
300.
quest
Well,
to find my
297.
bagpipes.
Because I'm guessing you killed 3.
We would have got one last night, but it got away.
Yeah.
On the god of-
I blame the gingerbread man.
What are the hags?
Well, I'm just
Hags,
gonna- I'm
women,
just gonna,
they are
follow
evil
at this
women
point
with
until I'm
mystical powers.
kind of more
They're witches.
aware of what's
Secret,
going
yeah.
on.
They're basic.
He has a good
Dumbed
way
down,
of
they're basically
helping you
bitches.
find a quest.
Okay.
Just trust him.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Okay, but so the clarification here too is that these two got in trouble because they ate the food here.
Oh.
Nobody else has eaten any of the food down here. They brought their own food with them, and so far that's all they've eaten.
I have some Asian soup.
He ate the mushroom.
yeah, he had
But
part of
he's
me.
from
Yeah.
here.
Ooh.
Yes, he's technically from here. You're technically from here,
And what is,
so you're okay. But
Okay.
you're also aware of the fact if they eat food that has not been purified, they are going to be under the curse.
But then again, this isn't the Fae, so that technically might not work. If this is the Underdark, there is no such rule.
So could the food they're bringing out potentially be dangerous?
You need to get out of the box, my friend. Just think beyond the sphere. Jeez Louise.
Fine, I'm just
For all you know, the Everdark is the Shadowfell.
for all I
Would
know,
make
night versus
sense.
Earth. It's fine.
Killing
Don't
me,
spoil
Smalls.
it.
Killing me, Smalls. Okay.
Killing me small.
Anyway, so they haven't yet eaten.
Currently, we are cautious of any food intake.
Everything.
Damn, I wish I would have ready good berries.
So what are we doing?
We're waiting for them to bring out the.
Yeah, they set up the thing and they brought food out for everybody. And
Is this food purified?
oh, it's definitely we only bring our own. We don't trust anything out here.
That's very smart, because
Yeah.
stuff can happen if you eat food from strange places.
Well, yeah, you fall under the curses of that land. Yeah.
I see these two.
You
Yeah.
see these 5.
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah, it's 5 now. What, 6?
Used to be 6. One was delicious.
Oh, it was.
Not you, bud.
No, I
He
tried
ate
it.
them.
No, he was pretty good.
Oh.
So I guess we sit
My bad.
down to eat with
Sure. They explained that they were. Yeah.
No eating.
Okay, you're not even. Yeah. You're like, bing, bing. No. You go. Look over there.
He starts folding some into the icing.
Stuffing it in his pocket for later.
Stuffing the stuffing.
Taffy pockets.
I
Anyway,
eat my own
the
rations.
kite had been damaged in a conflict. They were involved with. They were actually withdrawing from a battle at quite some distance from here, and as the vessel was descending, it descended into a spiraling storm. And when the storm was over, only part of the vessel remained, and you hear it lie in pieces. And so this is basically just the bow of the vessel is all that was left, and they've now raised a structure out of the wood that it was made out of.
Mhm.
Can't they grow more wood?
Well, that's the problem. There's no nimbus. Our singing keeps it alive, but our singing can't make it grow any bigger, and it can't regain flight because it's already started to
So no
take
one-
root, and the trees have actually eaten of the material here.
So no one knows daylight.
Mm.
So
Does
Who's-
everyone down here
Oh.
How-
Now, for clarification, there is a day and a night here. But what happens is that
I'm
There's
talking
no
about spell
sun,
daylight.
right?
what's that?
The
I'm
third level
just
spell
talking about the
daylight.
spell daylight.
Yeah, individual spell. It wouldn't be enough. There's
Right.
too. You'd have to cast it too many times to make it work for this large of a vessel.
I mean, if all of them cast it, maybe.
Yes, and not all of them are casters.
All 5 of them, all of them being level 5 light cleric casters.
I have a question. What, in minor illusion, you can make sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't use that to send messages, like talk?
God, you're having a real tough time with this not being able to talk thing.
I'm trying to figure it out.
It's not
I told you.
something
I told you
talk
just
to
come
me.
up. I told you all you have to do is come up with a funny accent to make it hard for them to understand. That's all you got to do, and that's a role play thing. So if you want to not do that, that's fine. Keep struggling. But I'm just telling you, that's all it
I'll
takes.
figure it out.
Just give us your corniest French accent.
Or you can just or just
Yeah.
talk real slow like
Yeah,
whale.
That'll be
Or
borderline racist.
it's not racist. They're French.
yeah.
I am
That's
a
right.
room full of white men just doing fake
Oh, I
accents.
think we can check out there. I think they're going to be.
What do you think I do?
So, but we will go ahead and take a quick break. Thank you for knowing it. We're going to take a 10-minute break, guys, on the stream. We'll be back in a short bit. And,
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching so far.
Someone said you should
Goodbye.
flirt with them.
You should what?
Flirt with them.
Change the
Flirt with the
Picture.
elves?
no.
The
I
primates?
guess.
I'm the only one.
So we're okay.
Alrighty, welcome back to part 2 of Nikos D&D Fellstone Chronicles. We are at a meeting with the Primus Eldrin, somehow in the Everdark, in a fairy-affected area, I guess you would call it. As the conversation has been going and it's kind of come to a lull, the leader pushes back from his chair and turns and looks right at Wraith and says, "So, what negotiation have we to relieve you of it?"
Now,
Say no.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Good, keep going. This is why I'm skilled in deception.
He says, "I don't even know your name, stranger, and yet I know that we have met." Make a quick wisdom check.
Modified 20.
Yeah, Saf goes, "Oh shit."
Oh shit.
Pardon the camera angle, guys. I'm gonna freak you out for a second.
Oh, the world is tilting.
Little seasick there.
Don't say
Whose hand is that?
I am much more comfortable with my feet firmly planted under the ground.
Yes. I'm certain
Off
that
ground or under the ground?
Under the ground. What's up?
Under the
It's
ground.
really cold.
Touche.
Ah, I see.
I see what you're saying now.
all he says to you is, he says, "Oh shit." He goes, "It's angler."
Angler. Is that the fish?
No, angler with an E.
Angler.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, the elf says, "I have. When could we have met? You only lived in the Everdark?"
I went topside
Oh,
maybe a year ago.
And then Saf is rapidly trying to get words across to you. Engler was responsible as a colonel before the end of the war. That they actually crossed blades in one of the last battles before Saf died.
Quick question, what year is it?
125 AN, I believe.
At least they've decided on it.
Yeah. So another quick question, if you will. When was the last battle in the war you fought? How long ago?
He looks to his men. What say you? A year? Maybe a year and a half? It was a bit to the south. We were catching a nor'easter and moving back up towards the mountains when the storm hit.
The storm.
Well, yes.
The storm that drove you down here.
Well, no, the storm that, yeah, down. You use the word here. Where are we specifically? Because by my reckoning, we should be somewhere north of. Quick navigation chart. Look here. Yeah, we should be somewhere north of Barovia.
Was it like Gibraltar or something?
We're east of Trelora, technically.
Just a second.
Southeast.
Time out.
Sure.
What was the city that we were going to? It was
Trelora, right?
Was it Trelora or was it
No, Tenerife.
Tenerife.
no?
Okay.
Other not Tenerife. We were going to.
I remember like where it was on the map.
It's
but I don't
TR.
remember something.
Is there a K in it?
Tirkun?
No.
Trill. But Trill's not anywhere near
Can I
here.
see
Not
the
sure.
map real quick? Because we were
No trunk.
going towards.
Let me see.
You're in the
'cause
Farthfell.
we were in the Farthfell. We were going
Right, which is what he just said. He was headed for the Farthfell.
Yeah, so we were we were heading over here to right around Ramadoon, weren't we?
Going to Mount Doom.
I think you were going towards Tenerife.
Yeah, Tenerife. I'm pretty sure it was Tenerife because that's the big city full of thieves, right? At least that's what.
Yeah, it's where the gangs live.
Yeah.
Gangs operate.
Yes.
Okay, so I wouldn't have said Triller. I'd say Tenerife.
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because Trelawney is far from here. Yeah,
It,
Trelawney
it was the place that we found the map in.
right. It was the map to Turkey. The map you were talking about going to Entomos, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. That would have been. You would have found that is near. That is in the Farthfell. All of that's in the Farthfell.
I don't know why we were heading to something, but I don't remember.
I thought you were going to the city of Tenerife, but
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
you
You,
guys-
suggested we go to.
because
that
you were
big
going to the
city.
storm. You were pursuing the storms, pursuing the storms angle, and there's a group of storms there by Tenerife that are static.
Yeah, and you believed we could get good like
Air
gear and
passage.
other supplies there, maybe even a ship.
Probably.
Quick side
It's
question.
been a while.
When you were making that world, did you make like one area, or did you make the whole thing and then like
Start with
flesh
a
it
village.
out?
Build the
That's a
wall.
really great question, and you know what? I'll answer you in a short version now, and then I'm also going to make a specific video for that in the next week or so to talk about the origin of the planet. But
Get your new editor.
Nikos as an origin, first iteration was literally a valley. This little area right here,
Okay.
now known as Nyx. That was the entire world. Was that?
And then it grew. Okay.
Then
It's
less than 6 years later, I drew all of this and filled it all in, and everything has been there every iteration since then. So for 8 iterations, I've got all the histories of all of this stuff,
Except when it's not there.
except for when you're not looking at it. Right?
You're not looking at
Does that give you a good short version? Okay.
Definitely.
It's the clip notes.
So, yeah. All right. So yeah, we were heading towards. I'm pretty certain you were headed for Tenerife because that's
Yeah.
the port city
I
along
could be
this
getting
through these
confused with
storms.
Saturday or something.
That may be possible as well. Anyway, he. Where were we in the conversation? Because I just lost my place. I was looking at the
he
map.
was
for some
He was
reason.
asking-
trying to figure out where they went down with the storm.
Oh yeah, we went down on our way towards the Farthfell, crossing over the southern parts of the Barovian Highlands. It's near the ancient city of Moriah.
Did we pass through Mariah?
No.
We would not go there. 'Tis a silly place.
Anyway, we
Hard to pass an elephant to the Mariah.
we were at the time trying to establish the pact alignment as it should be, and we were actually repelled by the Pony Empress and her.
Retinue.
Yes. It seems that they'd found a new weaponsmith that was creating rather dangerous devices.
Shame on him.
Such as moral blades.
Oh my God! No Morgul blades. They date all the way back to the Margali families. That's it's ancient history. They've been around
so
for a
new
long time.
things.
Oh yeah, these are new things.
Like small barrels that shoot
They-
explosions.
Yeah, they call boomsticks.
No.
I think I've encountered those before.
Yeah, thumpers and boomsticks.
I'm not gonna tell them I can cast gun.
Well,
I'm kidding.
okay, but these guys have been out of the loop for more than 6 months, so they don't even know about the Candlefall.
No.
Have you
Can I
told them?
Can I telepathically communicate with Saf, or can I only speak to him?
Oh no, it's telepathic, but you have to. That's during your trance states. You have to actually trance.
Okay, so I'll have to wait.
You have to withdraw.
Have you told them about that? If they just make their tower a little taller, they'll hit the roof.
Yeah, you did say
See,
that.
I'm deciding whether or not it's a good idea to tell them how to get out of
That's also what I was wondering.
here.
Totally.
Because I'm not a fan of the whole pact thing.
Yeah. Half of me isn't either.
Exactly half.
I know the feeling. So, what do you?
So I want to know what we need to offer you to have you to liberate it from you.
Is he talking about the thing?
I think he's talking about the thing.
We should give him the thing.
Yeah, no. It's a terrible idea.
Tell him we have new things.
I'm still.
What do you think about new things? I like new things.
I'm still a little
And
lost
staying
on what
with
exactly you
Staying.
mean.
No one knows what he said.
No, he understands. He speaks
I
English.
like English.
He reluctantly reaches into his pocket and pulls out a metal device, lays it on the tabletop. When he does, there's a little like a reddish arrow on the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes a button on it, and the arrow goes. Ping.
Is it what does it look like?
It's a stud find.
It's like it's an ovoid object. The top half is like a clear globe with like this little metal thing inside the globe.
So
Okay.
kind of like a compass.
Kind of exactly like a compass, only a liquid base.
Yeah, we see Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly. You put the arrow pointing at him. There we go.
That's weird.
Lean away from it.
Okay, no, it's actually you don't want to be too much on the moving because they could actually try and get where it is on you. If you think about that.
Yeah.
So run away.
Is this guy trouble then? Should I stay away from him?
You're not attracted to dangerous men?
That person has something that we desire, and we are willing to pay adequately for it if he only tells us what the cost would be.
I just feel like 10,000 platinum.
What if they have it?
Then we
I'm
kill
gonna
him.
take it and run.
Take the money
You
and
know
run.
what it is.
I do.
You know exactly.
Is snake going in their hands?
I don't know.
I say whatever you guys have, sell it.
Whisper.
I don't know what it is, but sell it.
Watermelon cantaloupe. Watermelon cantaloupe. What?
Do you know primordial? Primordial?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I guess we're speaking common.
Do you know celestial?
No
Okay.
common, elvish, primordial. That's it.
Okay. Well, then we're speaking common.
Wait, they don't speak common though, I thought.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to think of a more obscure language that none of them should speak. I mean, there might be one or two in there. They're elves. Maybe they need to talk to
How
humans
about we
every
just
so often. Oh, she
try-
lets them do them.
Maybe they
Let's
died
try
in the original
telepathy. Cody,
They're in the front.
let's try telepathy. Just look deeply into my eyes.
So we're both gonna make charisma saves to see which one dies.
Yeah,
which one
can-
goes
Which
down
one
first.
blinks first?
Can we communicate through our eyes, through our charisma,
Through our charisma.
through our shared
Use
love
your,
of redheads
use your
and
pure
dryads?
sexual energy for the
That's
dryads.
Yeah.
I got a nat 20. You're screwed.
No, I got a 3.
Nat
He
20.
blinks first.
Multiple.
He who blinks first gets.
Right, so we're running
Why
away,
do you
yes?
Why are you traveling with this?
Oh, he's a gnome.
Yeah, that was a gnome first.
Oh, I can fix that.
Could
You
you?
can fix that.
Yeah,
Will it hurt?
for a small fee.
Oh.
I don't think that's worth it.
I don't think it's worth
Well, I
it.
can fix that too.
Do it.
No, he's fine.
Leave him. Leave hims.
He enjoys it.
Wait, was he pointing at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And him and him and him and him and him.
Gingerbread sword.
It's a candy cane.
We all have swords. We were sailing
Still wanna
on.
eat
That's what he
Gingerbread
formed the
people.
taffy into and then hardened it.
So what is your price to save this one?
To make it blunt, the
Get
Fellstone.
a candy hammer.
I thought so. No.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What is this Fellstone talking?
No.
Yeah, you do the
The reason why we
That the whole
She has
time.
no clue what the
Guys.
fudge is.
Could we have a moment to confer?
Sure, but for clarification, the reason why I know to look for a Fellstone is that the reason why we landed in Neo Moria is we knew that one would fall there.
That's very good for you.
We didn't pick this one up from here.
We don't know what you're
No,
talking
but the point is,
about.
I just gave you where another one is. Hello.
We don't know what
Listen!
you're talking about.
So yes, you can have a confab.
Hey everybody, why don't we go that way over by the rock where we were a moment ago? Within sight of them, of course. and confer.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Let's just all.
So we go-
Let's all huddle up.
So
Let's all huddle up.
Huddle up.
No.
Right, so I slowly start moving down the hill to the other way. Hey, call your buddy. Which one?
The big white one.
I'm gonna
Hey,
blow the
fuck.
whistle really hard.
Yeah.
That's a terrible idea.
That's
Just
a,
call
don't
his
do
name.
that.
Dude, I'm giving 2 fungi up.
And we fucked.
We're coming in a
And,
dragon, aren't we?
Snowy calls back.
All right.
Screw you.
The other big.
I give 2 toots saying, I love you too.
2 toots.
And you hear the roar of the dragon.
There we go.
Let's run back into
Glim
the.
takes.
Hey, Phyllis,
all Glim's
are
take
you
5 steps
there?
back.
Go ahead and have him land again.
He's next to you.
Hey, let's clear over here. What? I can't see you!
What? He can't see us with his dragon eyes.
No, if he lands over here.
So,
Yeah.
in Draconic, I'm gonna ask him, do you know what the Fellstone is?
That's a roll of fear.
Do I know that? What's that?
That's
Yep,
it.
you gotta make a fear check. Those have
Yeah.
failed.
Do you know
It's
what
only
it
Oh,
him.
you failed the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know
I
what
gotta
the
make another
Fellstone
wee.
is?
I got an 8.
He fails again.
I gotta go to the rest.
That makes sense. Every time
Something
that
bad
He goes
happens.
running away again.
I keep
Oh,
on to
no! It's a dragon!
Every time
What's
something
up,
bad happens, it says
dragon?
the
What do you
hi.
mean the plants can't grow down here? Apparently, she keeps watering them.
It's in his character. It's terrible.
I'm going to the bathroom again.
He has a fear of dragons.
We'll have from now on. It's like just it's gonna be fun with him.
You're
It's no limit to the
disadvantaged
party.
Do you know what the Fellstone is?
Do you
Well, of
know
course.
the Mushroom Man?
Those guys are trying to get them.
Who doesn't want them?
Do you know the Mushroom Man?
Yeah, right, but they're dicks.
I'm not challenging that. I totally agree with you. They're not any. There's no way they're going to get to one because they're never living here.
They have a device that tells them where they are.
Oh, we should have stolen that.
He totally.
Wait, it wouldn't have worked
Uh,
because it always
and
pointed
this
me.
one
Haha. Damn it.
Not when you find the purpose for each one of them. Hello.
Oh, okay.
You already got rid of one already.
Fair
So
enough.
do we want to go back and trade for it?
They're not gonna give us it.
Can you fake a Fellstone?
I'm not the illusionist.
Can you fake a Fellstone?
Yeah.
You'd have to see one. You guys
Out
haven't
of
seen it.
taffy?
Nobody's let me seen it.
Out of
A
taffy.
Can you-
taffy.
How big
taffy
is a
fells.
Fellstone?
Can you
Alright, come
cast
here, come here, come here.
prestidigitation?
It's about. You see how big his little dragon is? Imagine if that was inside of
Would that
an
be-
egg.
Would that be considered a pebble? The size of a pebble?
I can charm person.
Not even to your hands. It's bigger than a pebble. But it's
Can charm
it's
person.
a decent
give me
sized
the
rock.
rest of it.
I'll show you what I
Fellstone.
believe
Yeah.
it to look like because I found this really cool commander deck box. that-
Vamos a jugar con media hora.
Sounds nice.
That's pretty close.
Let me see.
Except considered to be
So
gray.
when I show you,
Black and gray.
which is not going to be down here.
Because he doesn't want you to know you got it. He's got it. 'Cause he doesn't want you to have to lie about knowing about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now.
But it's gray instead of white.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm not supposed to know you have one?
This party hasn't yet shared with everybody because you guys
So
are
you don't
brand
have to worry
new.
about trying to
Yeah.
lie about
Okay,
it.
cool,
Right.
cool, cool.
Because
We're the only ones
if
that
you know it, then you might accidentally blurt out
Yeah.
something. Whereas if
Yeah.
It's
And
real.
I'm away.
That
so-
is like our main quest thing.
Okay.
It's like
We're
the
called the
overarching big
Like this is
thing.
called
No,
the
it's almost
Fellstone
like-
Chronicles. Like,
what's
that's
that?
what we're
It's almost
doing.
like
Yeah, it's almost like we're called the Fellstone Chronicles. Or
yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he asked me earlier what our main quest was, and I
Right. He
was
couldn't.
telling him that was
Yeah. The main arc
a
is.
big overarching thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. So can we make a false one?
Where there's Taffy and Glim, there's a way.
You just can make one and I can
I
charm
believe
person.
in you, Glim and Glum and
You can.
not Glum.
Okay, that's an elf. You're gonna
He
try to
died
turn an
bravely.
elf. You should know better than that.
Yeah, and they're pretty
Except
good,
he
man.
does
I know half of
he
it.
knows that they are susceptible to magical music.
But they.
I have-
And we just happen to have a bard.
Right.
But
Now he'd have to have
Specific.
specific instruments to create the sounds necessary to affect an elf. Which means you'll have to eventually deal with the Blinn because they're the only ones that have ever successfully done it.
Right. Yeah. No. I think it's flutes and harps.
Well, we
I
know
have a
where to
flute.
find Blinn, but
Oh no! Snowy ate the instruments we could have used.
she can regurgitate.
I have a
It's
flute.
dark in here.
Magic flute.
Anyways, are we going to try to?
You're gonna try to fake a
Fellstone?
Fellstone.
I can try anything, whether
Okay.
or not I'm successful.
Okay,
is
So
Well,
what characteristics do you
going
think
to-
it has? What do you think characteristics that it has that you think need to be emulated?
hard exterior, so probably rough. It's,
So that you
we
can do with
believe it'll
modeling.
be a rock.
So you can model the taffy and then just heat it up to make it. So that's the you make the object. Now what other characteristics do you think it
Can I
has?
Definitely
use the
enchant it with
radiance of my
magic.
breath to like harden it?
That will work as far as the making it,
Well,
giving
you're
it
not
like a
character,
sheen.
you're right,
Yeah.
you're right.
The only
actually, I was-
issue is their sensor.
Yeah, but if
Trying
you're
to trick
holding
the
it,
sensor.
if you're holding it, it will still point at you. Just don't let it get in away. So as long as you stay in line with you, the fake egg, and it will still be pointing in the right direction. So if they move the egg, you have to move to be behind it at all times
Until you make your getaway.
until we get the device and go away.
I got it. Once we get the device, let's see if we can make a signal to the dragon for him to fly in as a distraction.
I
Cause
don't
a
think
ruckus.
he's gonna want to.
We're protecting a
Blow the whistle.
Fellstone, and he
Blow the
knows what
whistle
that
right in front of
is.
him. Blow the whistle right in front of him.
You got the dragon here not by, so you couldn't ask.
Wait, so Ferris, we have an idea. We have a task to save the
Minor illusion.
Fellstones from
It's,
evildoers.
Oh, good. Good. Then we're fighting on the same side. That's
Exactly.
great.
So they have a device, and we want to get their device so that they never find another one, even if they get out of here.
Okay.
Why don't you just go kill him?
So
Because there's a lot of
we
And
have
they
this
have
fake Fellstone.
They
Heard
have
of
ballista.
We have this fake Fellstone that we've fashioned, and we are going to try to trade it for their money and their little device.
Okay.
And mushroomness.
And so, do you think that if it goes south, you could give us a wee bit of backup?
I can give you a little bit more than that. Get your device together, and I can give it an aura.
Oh.
That sounds good. So,
You don't happen to have a wizard among you, so
Two.
okay. But
No, we have 5.
he means a good wizard, guys. He means a good.
no, I just mean you have to think of all. That's what I was asking you. What manifestations are you going to put on it to make it seem real enough to them?
Well, not
You're going to make it hard and shiny in the right color. That's all. That's 3 spells. But what else are you going to do?
We can show it to the dragon and see what.
Can I?
I just don't
Can
want
I
to deprive
actually
the party from
right.
their part of
Can
this.
Glim get a better look at that stone that we're trying to replicate?
If so, you're going to let everybody else see it that's here.
Well, I think he's talking
I'm just
about
gonna. Can
not
I
a
fit him?
visual
Oh wait,
thing.
no, he's gnome sized. He's not gingerbread man sized.
We have the visual taken care of. We're talking about like a magical illusion or something that can make it feel like a Fellstone.
And Glim needs to be able to study that.
I would
Okay,
also
You want to
like
run your
study that.
gingerbread hands over it? Is that it?
You want to rub his Fellstone?
Wow. We are a G show, guys. Really, we are.
Sorry.
Despite what's being said at all times.
So what's the
Hey,
plan,
there's
guys?
plenty of jokes meant for the parents in G-rated movies.
That's true.
And honestly, the G-rated movies are a lot better than the PG at it.
Yep. Because they have to get away with it. So yeah, if he lets me, I'd like to be able to.
So-
would like to
so
be able
what-
to inspect it to find out
Okay,
if there's
well,
any auras or anything like that.
well, yes, but that means you have to do identify. You have identify.
I do not have it.
That's not a good idea. Didn't someone else try that?
Try to cast Identify on it? Not
Yeah.
in this party. No one's ever been high enough level.
Not here, but I've seen it happen before.
Yes.
Identify is the first level
Doesn't
spell, but it
go
requires
well.
It can be really bad.
pieces.
Last one,
No
like,
one has
almost
that.
died.
Not level 1.
Great, so I guess we're gonna talk to Ferris into giving it an aura.
Well, I was going to say an Arcana check if possible. To
Arcana check will only tell you that it's magical,
yeah, sure.
and it'll tell you that it's got wards, protection, magic,
Oh really?
abjurations on it.
What do you think? Is there anything else that you can do? What about you, Mushroom Man?
What kind of wizard is Lampick?
I'm just trying to not be a mushroom, and this stone is
He
the best
was
way to
an
do that.
abjuration.
This fake stone.
Right, so,
But you
Perhaps
look at
we
your
should
spell
train
list
to-
and look at something you might be able
Oh,
to cast to
all I
affect
have
it.
is
Perhaps we
minor
should ask
illusion.
them also for the
Minor
traits to
illusion
make
is one. That'll
what
help.
about you? Do you have anything that
Could
can...
Grease.
I have
minor illusion
mending.
for me.
They got rid of Nistles altogether? 'Cause
Unless
that
you
was
want
a
me to
first
put
level
one to
spell.
sleep.
What was?
Nistles
I don't
magic
know
aura.
what you're talking
No,
about, but I have
they don't have
absorb
that anymore.
element.
Yeah,
so
it's not in 5e.
I can find a way to absorb element. I can then recirculate the
There's
element.
mage
into
armor.
something
And now we've
I
got
ain't
the
got nothing
dragon's
on
real
magic
name
yet.
because you need to have that spell. So the dragon has to reveal his true name and trade
For what?
for the fact that you're going to be protecting the Fellstone. This dragon's name is Nistel, Nystul,
Nistel.
and teaches both of your wizards Nistel's magic aura. Because if you're a wizard, you can learn that spell, and I don't care that it's not in 5th edition. It's one of the best spells ever because it imbues an object with a magical field that is indecipherable from any other form of magic for a period of up to 24 hours.
So it's
First
the
level spell?
ultimate illusion magic.
It's a
It's
spell or a cantrip?
it's a full-on spell. It takes a level 1 spell slot, but what it does is it allows you to make an object that is not magical appear to all purposes as if it is magical, and it will hold that image for exactly 24 hours before the magic wears off.
What was the spell called?
Do you want to wait
Nistel's
here with the
magic
real one
aura.
so it's not confusing?
Nistels. Nist.
No, he's still got to detect the real one because they're going to use the thing to verify he still got it. Because you came away, if you just stay, so.
You still got to be to the line.
So
once I'm-
At least until they have it in their hand, and then
Right.
Yeah, they'll.
they won't even assume to look elsewhere.
Great. So
So once I'm taught that and we've got it all made, I'll cast Nistel's magic aura to give it its little energy.
okay. So I will hold the.
So he can cast in his gingerbread form?
Yeah.
That's cool.
4
Man.
times as strong.
Yeah, four times the strength.
That means he has 4
Well, I'm
times
an
spell
illusionist
slots.
wizard,
Yeah.
so the illusion is just as
No,
strong
actually,
as
it
the
doesn't.
magic
No, it doesn't. The reality is that it takes all 4 of them to cast his spell.
No,
so-
together.
Yeah.
All come together.
Have you seen the OA?
Yes, that's such a great show.
If you haven't seen the OA, I
The
highly
movements.
recommend
It's
it.
like the movements, yeah.
Yeah, so the whole point is that we as human beings in the OA, we as human beings have the capability of coming in contact with the angelic forces. But we have to
You have
learn
that
certain
experience.
physical manifestational symbols that allow us to reach that other level. And they are physically dance moves, basically. You're actually emulating the language of the
Yeah.
angels. And so
Man, I
all
would
of
be
his
so bad at that.
all of them it's like a Tai Chi class. They all have to
So
move
you're gonna
exactly
have
the
to
same.
dance to cast that spell.
Right.
Dance Dance
We're making that
Revolution.
for free.
Well, he doesn't have enough fingers to do a regular somatic spell, so he has to have each of them represent a finger as he does his.
Yes.
Wait, but they're 1 finger short. The thumb.
No,
No,
Right.
yes, Mushroom Man over here.
Yeah.
Right. So we cast a spell, and we're coming back with the fake Fellstone held aloft. It's glowing radiantly.
Seems magical.
Of course, as soon as you do, they pull out their device and they check.
And make sure that it's in line with.
Oh yeah. Within the margin of error, sure. And what are we trading?
How much gold do you have? And we'd like one of that device.
Oh, well, that's the only one we have. As far as gold is concerned,
Or platinum. We'll take platinum.
Or more.
well, there's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, we have a buddy here who needs to get help.
They go, well, I'll show you. And he goes and brings a box out. And it's a little metal and wood chest. He flips the box open. Inside you see a bunch of dull gray coins.
Oh no.
I'll accept
Need a wind chest?
anything.
Electrum?
No, dull gray, as in...
They've lost color.
No, the surface of them looks like asphalt if you then plucked all the rocks out of the asphalt.
Shit. What, do you recognize
He
that?
knows what it is.
You know that Morgul blade I have?
Yeah.
It looks exactly like these coins.
Oh.
What happened in the first arc was gold was turned into Morgul stone.
Oh. So they're useless.
So do you want to give us that then?
You'd be willing to take this?
Well, we'll take it off your hands if you turn him back to human. Or gnome.
Yeah.
His preference of race.
Oh god.
I
Sure.
still want payment, even though it had nothing to do with this deal.
So you want some of these gray coins? Because that's what we have.
I'll take care of it later. We'll split it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was promised.
So the box of these gray coins, him getting converted back, and our tracking device
Right.
for the Fellstone we've been tracking.
Right.
We'll accept that.
Sounds good. Could I see the device?
We have to do this. Let's first be fair. We'll do it. We'll do our first act of honor first. Make a Constitution save.
Fail it.
Damn.
It just explodes.
Mushroom cloud.
I'm using a BP.
Wait.
You rolled a 1. You rolled a
Wait. What happens if he fails?
A nat 1.
He won't come back by what he wants to be. He'll come back something random.
Hey,
Wait,
that
just
could be
keep the
fun
1.
though.
Just keep the 1.
That could be fun though.
You could be something.
You might be
other
a
than elf.
tiefling at the end of this, or a dragonborn.
I'm so
Or an
tempted to
Asimov.
do
it.
No,
Or a
just
worm.
do it. Just do it.
Or a chummy pillar.
Wait. They can always try again.
You say Constitution saving?
Yes.
10.
Not much better.
Oh, good. He failed. Good.
Hey, they can always try again and again until you get something you like.
That's not how it works.
He said his race of preference.
Have you already used your
Agreed.
name tag?
What were you thinking of in the moment?
You didn't bring
What
it.
were you thinking of in the
No,
moment?
it was here last time. I never got another one.
You had to bring it with you.
No, I
Well,
left
he
it
left
here.
it here
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And hasn't gotten it back, so we just need to make you a new one. Get you,
Jacob.
no,
So what has your gnome always wished to be?
That's who I be.
Not a mushroom.
Ever since I was a little kid, my daddy always said, "What would you want to be?" And I always said, "Not a mushroom."
A furboard druid.
A furboard.
Furboard.
We already have a furbolg druid.
Yeah,
We
I'm
have
just
2 of them.
No, that's the joke. I mean, to be
He wants to
fair,
be a
the fact
Tabaxi
party
rogue.
composition
He
was
wants-
3 rogues.
He wants to be
Actually, this is like
half
the first one that
elf
doesn't
bard.
have a rogue at all.
Dark
Yeah.
Bova,
He
Lootsmith.
couldn't figure out what races there were, so he's just looking around the party like, oh, he's pretty cool. That one's nice.
Exactly.
I take
Not
any
that one,
of
though.
these.
Not that one.
I'll tell you, I'm perfect.
Okay, roll percentage dice.
Oh no, it's
What's it
reincarnation.
gonna be?
Bard meat. Is this one right?
I believe.
So percentile is the 2d10.
Oh, and
Just 60.
60 flat.
60.
60. That's again within the margin of error.
oh, I know what
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah, reincarnation.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Mike just
Comes back as
He's
Bye.
gonna come back as a rock.
Bye.
For us.
Bye.
We just got a fly in the party. Oh, wizard.
Hey, whatever happens, happens.
You're
He
a different
falls. He
mushroom.
falls to the ground screaming. Writhes around. As he writhes around, basically gets onto one shoulder and just starts spinning around, walking himself in a circle, screaming and hollering. As he does, the voice gets deeper and louder, and the form gets longer. He's knocking over the table. Everybody's
Oh
like
god,
trying
he's
to,
turning into a rook.
exactly what he turned into.
You turned into a half orc.
All your clothes are the wrong size now.
To be fair, I didn't have
You don't have any clothes. That's right. He's standing there.
He's
He's standing there. It's
butt
all
naked, my virgin
together.
eyes.
So they still have
So-
the tracking device on his armpit.
I will give him the yellow cloak that I have.
Okay, and the tracking part of the mold falls off and is turned to cinders.
Good.
Yeah, we're free, boys.
God, we don't have a mushroom guy no more. That means I don't have to burn him alive.
City of
Wait a minute, I thought you were a gnome.
half orc wizard.
Puberty.
Needed that a while ago.
Yeah.
So we gotta get you some nice fangs, and you can put them in the bottom part of your mouth and talk like this for the rest of the session.
Can I minor illusion some clothes on him so we don't have to see
Yeah,
his
my virgin
low
eyes do
hair?
not want to see him.
So we don't have to see his low hair.
How are you a virgin? You've been trying to.
No, the
Everybody.
Eldrin give him robes.
Okay.
Some Eldrin robes.
They're
Yeah,
fancy.
Well, I gave him the
they
yellow
are.
cloak.
They actually have to. It's literally like they have to rip the sleeves off because his arms would never fit through there.
Well, yeah, considering he has a +2 to strength now.
Right.
You're, when you reincarnate, all your stats change based on your racial profile. So you're no longer a rock gnome. You lose everything that you get from that, and you get the.
So what about
Bonus,
you?
you are much more hardy now because it
Yeah.
takes at least 2 hits to kill you.
Yep.
Back to the story.
Yeah.
Gingerbread boys, do you also want to convert yourself back into what you were?
I can make you stronger by
If you plan to
eating
do
you.
that first, let me have a bite. So I haven't gotten to bite the gingerbread.
That
people
looked
yet.
painful. I think we'll hold off.
Look, if I
Gosh
eat two of
dang.
you, the other two
I
will
can
be
respect
greatly
that.
more powerful.
Alright.
So,
Besides,
so
that
now the
means we might
deal.
get less
You
from
give
that.
us the coin.
And, the coin.
Coin
I,
and
gave,
censer.
I slid the box of coin over
Okay,
to you. That's
so,
I've done two of my things of faith. You need to give me the Fellstone.
No, at the same time, we'll trade the
No, we did have two things of faith. You
Yeah,
hand
well,
us the
let's just
Fellstone first.
device. Put the device on the table then.
He points it at it and says, "Give me the Fellstone."
Oh.
I'm gonna back away.
Are you gonna
I
give him the
back
Fellstone
away.
Throw,
I'm gonna try to hide as well as I can.
throw it up in the air really high so he looks at it and then take the device out of his hand.
Let's
Poke him in the
start
eye.
trying to push it forward.
Yeah, I know. Making sure to
Did you-
stay in line. I hand
Okay.
him the thing.
Remaining in line.
Okay.
Thanking you.
Thanking you.
Cheery
Well, this
bye.
has been
Let's
a
go
blast.
now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You see, I want to
What's
ask him how to use
that?
this
Onward.
thing, but I also don't want to give up
Call the
some
dragon.
array.
Is there anything we need to know about how to use this?
Well, it only tracks Fellstones.
Well, it's pointing at yours right now, isn't it?
Don't. Why would you do that? Because now he has to test it.
Well, I'm just saying.
Call the dragon.
It's a lie, guys. It's a lie.
I know,
Yes, but now you're
they're
basically
going-
But,
saying, hey,
but
guess what?
he's
It
going
was
to turn it on in their
working.
presence, and it'll point at the one he's got. So
If he's, well, fine, whatever.
you can't make
Let's
it
go.
not point there. That's what they just
Yeah,
told you. It only
you see,
points
I
at a
would love
Fellstone.
to
You can't like hold his
How do you
thumb
work
so it like,
this
hits
thing?
his thumb and just stays there.
But we're just gonna have to figure that out.
Okay,
Point it that way.
You hit a button on the side. We're going.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
probably
Cheery
more
bye.
and stuff we gotta figure out. But yeah, let's get out of here.
Yes, here you go. Quick check.
Look
Make
at
sure I
that.
didn't actually pull a sleight of hand. Okay, it's still there.
Okay,
Right.
so as soon as we get away, then we try it. Hit the button on the side. See what it does.
Yeah, it'll point right up the one you got.
Can Glim take a look?
Nice.
At the,
Rock gnome.
yeah,
Sure.
well, let's get up,
let's
get up
get-
and out
no,
of
get out
here.
of
first.
gingerbread.
Is there anything else you want to do down here? Anything
The
important?
tree.
Kill the queen.
Let's
the queen.
kill that damn queen.
I say we kill the queen.
Is it still
it's
your
his
forest?
forest now.
What's that?
So let's
No, it's my forest, gosh
We can
darn
tell-
it.
it's definitely not.
It's mine.
He says, let's come back and do that later.
What about the central tree?
You're more
I think
experienced
that's the
than
best
us.
idea
That's
ever.
what you think?
What about
Oh,
the
so do I.
central
Do
tree?
you know where the central tree
I have
is?
no idea. I might be able to.
You know the central forest.
Guys, let's not
I
talk
don't.
over each other. It's getting
I
really
don't.
confusing.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So the clarification is that there are at least there's at least 4 that are calling for going after the central tree's leaves.
Do I know where the central tree is? Since-
Everyone does. It's the center of the valley, so it's not hard to follow. You just
How far is it?
Glim thinks we should go
it's
for
going
the
to
tree.
be within a day's walk.
All of them.
Is there a hag on
Do
it?
we want to spend another day out here?
If they find out within
Oh, I
24
don't-
hours that it's not working and you're still down here, do you think they will not be able to find you?
Well, they don't have a tracker.
That's true.
Don't know this is their only one.
He
No,
said
that was
that's
their only one.
that's the queen's only one. I'm talking about the Eldrin.
Yeah.
If they find out that they don't have the stone and you're still down here, you don't think they'll come finding you?
Well,
Are
the
you talking
Eldrin
about the
said that
Eldrin
that was
IDs?
their only device.
But
They
saying
said
they don't have
that,
another
but none of us
tracker.
incited it.
Right. I'm just saying. Do we trust them? No.
How will they
So-
find out the stone isn't
We
real
don't
without
trust
them?
those
Because the
24 hours,
enchantment
though,
they put on it
they
only
can't
lasts
do it.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So can we get there and back within 24 hours?
We can
You can
try.
at least
You
get
said
there. They
it's a
can't bring
day's
their
travel
ballistas with
to
them.
get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it would be 2 days.
No, it's a day to get there and back. But
Oh, then yeah.
That would be cutting it very close.
But it would take
All
them
the
a day
weapons
to
are right
find us.
here, so
We have to pass very close to them to
It is
get
a
out.
forest, right?
They also
Would
don't
it
know the
take a day because
territory.
it's an underground
They think
forest.
we're.
Is it a
But maybe there's other ways out.
No.
Gosh dang.
He said there were multiple holes.
Yeah, there might be other ways
Difficult
out.
terrain.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
our
we
way
have to
out
go
is
through
good.
that
But
one
the
because
rest of
that's
the
where
party will
snow
still have to deal
is.
with it.
It's where what?
The
Like
dragon
little
is.
dragon. He has a
Well,
little
if
dragon.
we make it out, we can't still find our way to it, especially with the whistle. You can then use your whistle once
We
we're
have no
out of the
guarantee
hole.
that we can find another hole though.
Yeah.
No, but it's a
There's a-
possibility.
there's
It's
a-
just an extra factor if we do.
What do you
the
guys think? Are we gonna try to book it and get there?
I'm
and
trying
then-
to do
Well,
whatever.
we have
y'all
no
want.
idea if this guy's even real. Like, if he's gonna really give us wishes, or he's just gonna shank us or something.
Hey, you're right. I was just gonna use my wish to become not mushroom, so I'm happy with whatever y'all trying to
I
do.
have an idea.
Glenn was
Wait,
gonna use it
so-
for the good of the party.
So I have an idea. What if we go and talk to this fellow that you said you had? We wait a while, cover up the hole, and then find another way in.
Sure.
I like that idea.
There's no guarantee we're
As
gonna
long
find
as I
another
ain't
way
dying,
in.
I'm okay.
I know of one other way in.
I say we take the guy.
You
with
know
us.
of one other way.
What guy?
I do
The guy
as well.
giving the wishes.
It's
the way
it's
I
kind of
know.
dangerous though.
No.
Rather.
I'm supposed to come down here.
There's
I know.
one other way in.
Above.
Mm.
Above.
There's
How
at least,
we
one,
got
at
it.
least one other way in. Could be
There's
I
that
know.
mausoleum
Yeah.
that way. I
Oh
get out.
yeah.
And I know the big rock that leads into Trelawney territory.
Well, I can't make an educated.
I
decision,
trust
but-
Cody to find a way home.
I don't know either.
And this guy, it's his forest after all.
I can,
Forest.
I can get us home. I don't really have the knowledge.
You
to
unfortunately
make a
died
decision
once,
on
so they're
what we
blaming
should
that
do
on
as a
you.
group. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go with. But I
It
think
would
that's
be your
what
force,
he
but you
does.
died in the process, and
Yeah.
you died outside your forest. So
Yeah, no, he died outside of my forest.
yes,
Oh, my-
that's what I'm saying. He can't lay claim to it because he died outside of it.
I'm a druid.
I will remember this.
No. You died
Is
of
it
my
possible to
forest.
get directions to the stream?
Yes.
We could send two of the gingerbread boys.
I was going to
Yeah.
say I could just send,
Send
a
two
glom
of
and
them.
see if we get lucky.
The
I
buddy
like
system.
his. What's your character name?
Valere.
I like Valera's idea.
Do
Maybe
they share
find this
eyes
land,
and like?
find a new way in.
We share all the
From there we
senses
can
and
find
switches
the
between
tree.
each other.
We should
So,
see
like,
if
if
this
we
man's
place you
even
one
really gonna
place,
get us
keep
anywhere.
going.
We
This
know
man
about
can
the
tell
new
us.
way in.
Quite literally,
It's
if
not
you,
great.
if you tape one to your
It's
left arm,
pretty
your right arm,
great,
your back,
though.
I can
It's not
switch
great.
between
It's
all
pretty
of them.
great.
It's pretty.
No, but what I'm saying is if like we placed him somewhere, would he be able
Holding a
to
bunch
use
of
like a
dice
camera if we
and
left?
it's
And,
definitely-
like,
It's great because
if
he's
he
a
sees something
paladin.
the other no.
It'd be great for
It isn't
you.
like Miss
No,
We
the
like
only,
that
only
in
thing,
your
only way he would know is when that
I
other one
lasted
dies,
like
then he'd get
75
back
years.
one
I
third
lost
more.
on a DC4 check
For what?
for
Keeping it up.
for the yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
For keeping on with the keeping on.
wow.
So I guess we're climbing
They
up
obviously don't know
and
the
see
size
if
of
this
the
guy's
druid.
still there. Because he might have left.
We can go check.
Let's
Okay.
go check on this guy, see if he's legit, or if he's
Yeah.
just a,
Yeah.
a trickster god that's gonna kill us.
Yes.
Yes.
I
So
agree
you're
with Valera.
climbing back out,
Yeah.
Bison all in.
Yeah.
There's 4 more goblins laying dead around than there were when you were up here before.
Do they have the fancy instruments?
No, but
Jesus,
they're dead again.
Has the dragon gotten any bigger?
No.
Do they have any songbooks on them?
No.
Oh.
What about spell books?
No.
They're
A
gone.
couple of coins.
I go for the
They're goblins.
immediately.
Hey, so
I'm gonna stick my foot out.
how big is that chest
you-
they gave us?
Oh, it's probably about, well, that's kind of ironic. As you climbed out, it weighed about, it felt like it was basically the wood of the chest. It was only like 15, 20 pounds. By the time you get up and out, it weighs close to 70 pounds.
Pop
So
it back
open
open.
the lid.
It's full of gold.
Nice.
So maybe all your gold went down there turns into that.
So wait, what was that stuff that it was? You seem to know what it was.
Oh, Morgul material.
So like killing stuff.
Yeah, it's used to make these. I'm not showing the Morgul blade.
Shows you a knife blade that looks just that
So
same
like
stuff.
if you touch it to
But
somebody,
if-
If you stab someone with it, it will eliminate their soul. Unrevivable, never coming back.
So it looks
so
like
which
that
one of
even
these
out.
Show
is
me.
Huh?
Show me.
Let's not.
Touch the
You
ranger.
know how the gold changed into
Touch
actual
this
gold?
one
That's
right
like,
here.
His blade doesn't change appearance outside
No,
the hole.
his blade has been formed as a Morgul blade. They take that material, which is apparently called, what's it called?
Morganite.
No.
Oh,
Wormwood.
Morganian.
Wormwood. It's called wormwood.
Where did you get that Morgul blade from?
A storm.
Like,
Magical outside of time. But
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, the
we do
storm
that a lot.
created a meteor
Not a
of
whole
gold that was later turned into that material, much like how you saw this material turn into gold.
So how much gold is in that chest?
So
70
70
pounds of it,
pounds.
so a lot.
Can you use that like blade while
Yeah, that's a ton of
I
bread.
can.
Oh, you
I
can't.
can use the blade as
Like
a lot of-
70
that's a
pounds
lot of
worth
bread.
of
because
years
I know
of
the
bread.
consequences of using
We should go
it.
bury
Oh,
it.
that's not
I'm just
No, I'm
kidding.
carrying this
Killing
with me.
someone's soul. Like there's taking their life and sending them to their god, and then there's eliminating their existence.
Magic.
So we can use it to kill gods.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not.
Damn.
Gods don't really have souls. They're not really like.
No, they have a being, and you destroy it.
We should test that one day.
Show me.
So, where is this guy?
70 pounds.
Gingerbread boys.
So that's 3,500 gold pieces. Not close.
Did you, where's this guy that you met?
see
Previously
him?
known. No.
Well, you go walking down the trail to where you guys had met the wagon. There's a place where people could tie off a wagon. There's no wagon here currently. There on the ground, laid out in a nice little row, are 7 what look like Cupid dolls. If it was a Cupid doll, it's a little doll with wings on its back, like a little cherubim.
What do they look like?
7.
This is a
They
coincidence.
are
There's
baby
7 of us.
angels.
7 of us and 7 of them. What a coincidence.
So, what do they look like?
Well, at first they look, as they kind of look like Cupid dolls as far as their size and stuff. When you get closer to them, their faces are distorted in anguish.
Like
They're
gargoyles.
what's that?
Like gargoyles.
They look like little tiny gargoyles, except they're pallid and they're fleshy, like people would be, as if they've like been drained or whatever, and there's little silver threads around their necks.
Ooh,
So they're like tiny desiccated people.
And germs.
that's no good. We should get out of here.
Should probably not be naked.
I bet that guy was kind of not nice.
Do these threads look like spider silk threads, or are they just something I wouldn't even like?
Well, the thought of it being spider silk actually is kind of interesting. It's more like a glass.
Is there magic surrounding these?
It's
They've discovered fiber
yeah.
optics.
Is there magic surrounding
No.
these?
You're gonna cast a detect magic.
I have detect magic as a class ability.
Okay, so you find that there is a form of binding magics, that there's something held within these little forms.
What about illusion? There's no illusion.
Oh no! This is starkly real. It's not illusionary.
I do not think we should mess with these things.
I'd like to look for the one that has the face of most anguish and pick it up.
No, don't.
And we
I
got
want
a
to
death.
poke them with a stick.
So rolling initiative.
And we got another death.
Yep. Let's roll initiative.
Thought so.
You know, we got into our last problem because of you, and now we're getting
You
into
don't know
another
that.
one because of you.
I got an 18.
I got a 16.
And you have a plus
19.
dex.
I'm just gonna go
19.
with this since I haven't
Modified
calculated all
I'm
19.
these
thinking
stats.
that's like
10.
a soul string, like the silver
Nine.
threads of their life essence that's holding them
Let's go.
What'd you
More
get? Wraith?
meat, more wine.
What'd you get, Wraith?
15.
Should
Lampip?
have done that.
10.
Bardova?
9.
Braun? Nope, not Braun.
Grumble.
Grumble.
Green.
14.
14.
Green fart. Grumble.
Call you G.
GG is a good game.
As in Giraffe
good.
Gang. No, it's in Giraffe Gang.
GG is
And then Charlotte.
19
Your
modified.
GG is Giraffe
Okay.
Gang.
And Glenn
No,
got
I
18.
don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'm 19 as well.
How many
okay,
initiatives?
so you're going first. You're Charlotte gonna go first.
If I see him picking it up, I'm gonna try to stop him from picking it up.
Okay, so go ahead and make that. Just quickly make a dex save. No, you make a dex save. He's grabbing your arm.
11.
No, he grabs you before you touch it.
Stop!
Why?
He does the other arm.
Now make a now unfortunately
creepy.
since you're looking down at it, make a wisdom save because you got close enough.
It's not very nice, I think.
18.
Okay, you see the little thing's eyes open and look at you, and you hear Bardova, and then you shake your head.
Have you seen those teddy bears that when you squeeze them, their faces turn really evil and the
Yeah.
teeth pop out?
The eyes just turn angry. And
That's what I'm
they start
thinking
to,
that just
Can
happened.
I just stab one right now?
Can I just
No.
light him on fire? With
I'm
my
going to do my paladin's
Have to get
detect.
the CGI to.
Oh yeah,
alignments.
yeah. Was it divine sense? Your divine sense goes off like crazy. That there is a baleful evil.
They're
celestial fair or celestial
Should we just leave these here?
It's
We got
baleful evil, and it's in particular
I still
it's
have the
abyssal
packet.
in nature.
I still have the
Let's
packet
get
of
the
crystallized cotton
Hickey out of
candy.
Dodge.
Pour it out on them.
No, just don't mess with them. They're bad.
What's his initiative?
Like 9.
10.
Yeah, it's way down. That's why I said he goes first. He actually grabbed him and shook him.
Yeah, no,
and
if he's still
No,
if he's
we're
still
not
competitive,
messing with
like,
these things. We're gonna unleash some
Okay.
ancient evil upon the world.
Charlotte,
No,
your
I have
action.
full person.
Okay.
No.
What if
He's saying no.
one comes out holding the
I immediately run from
They
him.
don't have
All right.
Fellstone.
Okay, guys.
What are they? Do you
Point
know?
the thing at it.
He just now noticed Snowlin's looking over his shoulder, I guess, because he said he's running again. He's like, no! Ah! Damn dragons are everywhere! Sneak up on me!
It's almost like being here at Dragonborn means you might meet more dragons.
Isn't that crazy?
Are there trees around these?
If we're at a tiefling, does that
Yeah.
mean we'll see more demons?
Can I? Is there any way I can like communicate with the trees and just ask what happened or what's going on?
Do you have Speak with Plant?
Yeah,
So Speak with Plant. So you just say, I'm casting Speak with Plant.
plant speech. Yeah.
Okay. But it's not your action yet. I'm at Glenn.
Okay.
Oh, right. He ran.
Yeah, he ran, so.
Wasn't there a second person who was reaching for something? Or was it just him alone?
I think it was
He
just right over.
he just spoke out of he started the action by reaching for it.
Yeah.
We rolled initiative. Valer went first and
Yeah.
stopped him. Then it was Charlotte. Charlotte ran away.
I
And now
just-
it's you.
I just thought before the initiative started there was another person who was reaching for something.
No.
That's all I wanted to make sure of. Besides the one going angry face, did the rest of them look like they're about?
They all look like they might be in gentle repose for all you know.
Grab the
See,
one in the light.
Look at the way I look at this. There's 4 of you, 7 of them.
But if you pick up one, then there's 4 of you and 1 of them.
Exactly. You can single one
But if
out.
you-
Minor illusion of
One
big
might
rock
wake
to
up
hide
in
inside
all.
of.
Poof. Okay, there's a rock.
What
All
do
of a sudden, where all the glim were.
for.
Yeah, where the glim were there. There's now a large rock, shuddering, just a little quivering, a little. Can't control all of them's actions. So, great.
Alright, I'm gonna look at you and say, we don't want to mess with these things. Are you going to keep disagreeing with us?
No.
You're not going to keep disagreeing with us, so you're going to leave them alone and come with us.
I will leave them alone. I was just curious if you knew what it was or not.
They're abyssal. We should leave.
Yeah, I don't want to die today.
Do I?
I'm gonna hold
I can
action.
tell you keep
with
running
spell
away.
targeting him if he reaches for it.
Okay. While you're standing there, another one appears.
Another what?
Pops up.
Just forms.
Materializes.
Yeah, materializes there on the
Can
ground.
I-
There's 8 now.
Can I cast Protect against good and evil and make a ring around them?
Yeah, protection against good and evil is a.
It's an area
touch
around
thing.
you.
It's a touch thing, so you can choose one target, but you can't put it on like.
Wait, whose action?
Because that's actually magic circle, a different.
Yeah,
spell.
it's a different spell.
You're
We're on
right,
land. We're coming up on Landpip's action, but I just wanted to verify what. Okay, so but anyway, this is at this point the 8th one is forming, and as the 8th one forms, Glom goes down, just vaporizes. All the rest of you feel better.
There's 3 left.
No, we all feel terrible. One
Now
of
we
us
should
just
probably get
died.
out of here.
Oh, 2 of you's gonna
see
die.
that?
I feel like a dick move has just been
Wait,
made.
I know, but they
Yeah.
did say 2
TG,
of
your
them
action.
wouldn't make it.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Yeah, but it's
We're talking to the tree.
But it's
Hello,
for
friend.
both
Yeah.
of them.
He's forever known.
Yeah, hi, I'm Greenfire. What's going on here? Do you know
I
anything
know
about
this.
this?
Well, the wagon master left laughing some hours ago.
Okay, which direction did he leave?
Fuck that guy.
He was a
He
demon. He was a
headed
dead-
southbound.
He's talking about how we just
Southbound?
tricked some.
What did he look like?
Abyssal demons or devils?
He looked like a merchant in bright orange and yellows and reds.
So this is chaos.
Had a beautiful wagon
Oh shit.
A beautiful wagon.
with nice horses.
We might want to deal with this.
Okay.
Otherwise it's
Thank you.
That's what it is.
So I do want to point out. that
Should we
one of the
should we
glyphs
stay away from these?
vaporized
These
and
things
the other
look
one
pretty
didn't.
bad. This is
If
a trap,
you leave
correct?
There were
them-
7 of us.
If you leave them, death will follow them.
We'll follow them.
Of course.
Okay.
So that means we're okay if we don't test them, right?
Yeah, we need.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna relay all that information. So basically, a guy in orange and yellow on a really beautiful wagon.
The wish
left
man?
Maybe this
southbound.
is an area where we should
Beautiful
use the
wagon.
Morgul Blade.
I'm gonna just ready an action.
He said the tree said that if we
That
leave
with
them
the radio-
alone,
Yeah,
if
what
we
actually
leave
do
them
what?
alone,
If
death
any of
will
our
find
friends
All
get
them.
at the
attacked.
same time?
No, he said
Right,
death
It's
will
a
follow
it's a
them.
dagger.
Oh, you said follow or find?
Well, death will follow them.
I'll give you
Oh.
inspiration.
So they will
Yeah.
spread and
Yeah.
plague and badness and
Yeah, we need to deal with these.
Okay, Bardova, you've heard all of that. It's your action.
You don't need to do it.
Pick it up.
I'm
Kiss
not
it.
gonna do anything.
Kiss
We're gonna look over to Wraith to see what he's gonna do with his Morgul blade.
Okay.
Your turn again?
No, it's Valera's turn again.
Right, so I'm thinking that maybe these things are. Did 1/4 of the rock disappear?
It's a smaller rock.
One-fourth of the rock.
No,
He
just
disguised himself as rock.
crumbs confetti just flies out of it.
Yeah,
One
no-
of his died.
Yeah,
Do I know that one of his died?
you saw it happen.
As the one is forming.
Yes.
Oh, shizzle, that is not something.
Mm-hmm. Right, so I think this is sucking out our lives to make more of them.
Yes.
So we should rather let's
How many
make
dead
a
goblins
If we attack the
were
one
around?
that just
Tactical
appeared,
retreat.
we're possibly
There
gonna have
are
spot.
7 goblin bodies.
There we go.
Oh.
tactical retreat.
There we go.
Everybody. Tactical
So we
retreat.
need to get rid of the bodies, the dead bodies. Maybe if we get rid of the dead bodies.
No, things need to just stop dying here.
True, but if we banish the dead bodies to another plane or
But what
something,
killed the
maybe
other
these things
plane?
will go away also.
Let's do a tactical retreat.
Poof!
Talk
This
about
thing
this
is
for a
made
second.
of dead
Bam!
bodies.
Goes down.
Guys,
Let's get out of here.
guys,
He was the pretty one.
Totally.
Let's back
And
away.
one of these is slightly less ugly than the rest. There's now 9 of them.
Glam.
Y'all laughed at me. I'm the one who ran
So
away.
there's two or one?
frosting hair?
There's two now.
Let's go
So
back.
he killed the
Let's
rock
back.
rock this big.
Yeah.
I'm just-
Guys, we gotta stop talking over each other.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's back up for a safe distance and figure it out from there.
How far is a safe distance?
Let's
100 feet.
Until we're not dying.
100 feet, maybe 150 feet.
Well, we only have about 2 more chances. Cause
Let's
if
go.
you're running, we're gonna die,
Okay.
and then we're.
I'm gonna
screwed.
follow him.
Yeah, I agree. We need
Well,
to
let's
leave.
go. You said there was a village nearby, right? Or like a inn or something? Because it was behind 2 buildings where that rock formation was.
Right.
So we will go on the other side of one of those buildings, hide
Okay.
around a corner, out of sight from there.
Yes. Yes, because the disturbing thing there wasn't anybody in the town. Remember? Okay, yes. So
So the town is deserted.
there's just 2 buildings, but yeah, there's nobody.
We
there.
never went into the town.
Okay.
We need to figure out the perimeter
They
of those
never
things
went into
and
the town.
create a perimeter so that people don't
Well,
go in there.
Do you have any way to? No, that's just.
Your paladin sense might be able to figure it out.
So with my detect magic that I use, not, those figures are obviously magic. Were any other objects around in the area magical?
Good
Due to
point.
That aura.
Good point. No, but what you did notice is that the tiny silver thread around their throats
Yeah.
led back to each one of the bodies.
Okay.
Called it.
Except for the
Yeah.
2 that are linked
Right?
to
I wonder if we
gingerbread
can
men
cut
that
it.
aren't there anymore.
Cut the thread.
No, but
Yes.
but the lines there vanish at your feet.
We definitely don't want
At everybody's feet.
No.
at the dead.
No, at the
gingerbread.
dead.
And about this
two that
time-
are
How far are those
gingerbread.
goblins from these cherubs?
Glem goes down.
There's only
Okay, he's
one.
down to 1.
Alright.
We should get.
This seems a little
Everybody back.
racist.
Everybody back in the
We're
hole.
not. We're
Done.
not.
Done.
Everybody back in the hole.
As that happens,
Yeah.
I want to try to cut the thread
Yes.
that forms at Glem's feet with the Morgul blade.
Yes.
No.
Okie dokie. Roll to hit.
If it's my AC, it's a 13.
No, that is a 8. It is an 8.
Okay.
That's right.
As you swing, you realize that the only soul involved here is the singular soul of Glem.
Oh no.
Okay.
And cutting the threads away from the other weird things won't kill them.
Okay.
That's
They
his
depend
life.
on his
That's
death.
his thread of life.
Okay.
We need
Can-
to get
I
Glem
kind
out
of
of
had
there
an inkling,
quick.
but I was
Can
hoping
he
against.
hold his own string and pull it?
Only one race can do that. And that's the Aldrin.
That's the what?
Elves.
Elves are the only things that live long enough to actually learn how to weave their own threads.
Can you mess with the thread?
No, he can. No, he can only thread. He
half.
can only work with their own, and only if they're full elves.
So if
These creatures
so
are
if we
literally
wait around
sucking
long
their
enough
souls.
for Glim to fully die, maybe the next thread will attach to the only actual elf in the party.
No, he
I ran away.
Yes.
I'm out of here.
Only two of the beings went in there and ate the food of the place.
Right.
One of them was cured by becoming another being.
Throw him down the hole.
I wasn't cured when I
Glim.
got turned into.
Clem, go down the hole. Hurry. Go. Just
Slide
go
down
down
the
the
rope.
hole.
Glim, you're the last one. You running for the hole?
I guess.
Okay. As you swing down into the hole,
Jump into the
you
hole.
wait. You wait the same amount of time. Nothing else forms. He's literally hanging on the rope inside. Everything okay?
We'll be back for you, Glenn.
Everything's great.
Never.
It's great up here.
Hey,
Those
not
things went away.
anymore. We should go back to that mausoleum.
No, just
Yes.
just another one doesn't form.
Yo, I'm trying to
You
mess
want your
this up
second
with
chance,
these
don't you?
dragons.
You prove
Yeah,
you can
well.
last this time?
Yeah, hopefully.
But these goblins are on the top, right?
Yeah.
And did they go in the hole?
Can we toss the
No,
goblins?
the
that-
goblins are dead.
Can we throw them in the hole though? What he's saying is
No, they're
the
bones
dead
at the
goblins.
bottom of the hole.
No.
Do you
there's more
know?
bodies.
You don't know whether they went in the hole or not.
Right. So I'm gonna pick up one of their bodies.
Uh huh.
Can I see the string attached?
Yeah.
And I'm dropping the body down the hole, not to hit Glenn.
Okay. As you do, the little creature seems to shake and wake up. And his arms and legs move. Little black puff of smoke.
Oh gosh.
The evil creature, right?
And it disappears.
Yep. I toss all the bodies
Yeah.
down the hole.
Thank you.
Roll, rolling down the hole. So did they all disappear except his?
That's correct. The two of his.
Two
Now
of
let's
his.
fight 'em.
Yeah.
Not a third one? Okay.
Oh, the two or three. Three. Yeah.
Because
Three.
three of my
Yeah.
guys came out.
Yeah.
No,
so we
four
need to
you guys
gather up
came
his
up.
crumbs
Gather up his crumbs.
and toss them down.
Have Snow and eat the crumbs.
Let's not do that.
Are we betting that this is caused by the food? Because then we
Oh,
have
that would
no.
be-
because
that
the
would be
goblins
not
didn't
good.
eat the food.
We have
We
no
don't
knowledge
know.
that the goblins went in there. They didn't go past Snowy. Snowy ate the first ones that went by.
When
Did
and
have
there's
you
enough
checked Snowy?
for them.
Does Snowy have a?
Good point.
Does
No.
Snowy have a
Snowy played with them after they were dead.
She might have a
Gross.
tether on
Okay.
her.
She couldn't tell you that. She really couldn't.
How far away is she?
He just deduced it.
How far away is Snowy?
He looks at the marks and says they were dead when she played with them.
That's fine.
But then again, the goblins didn't. We don't know if the goblins ate
Well,
any
look,
food.
so out of character, just to get the timeline straight. So what we know Snowy went away and only ate the first 4 goblins and ate them down to the bone.
Yeah.
She said that they were playing music and she ate them.
Right.
No notice of these things.
Nope.
I told her to go away.
Yep.
She comes back now with us once we came up to the top. We see 7 bodies and the 7 things.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no mention of the strings or the creatures when Snowy was out there.
That's true.
Because I was out there, there was nothing.
That's true.
So we know the ones that she ate were not
Right.
doing whatever this is.
Right.
But we have no idea if these goblins actually went down there and
But how would they get
food.
down then?
Is
So
there
you
tracks?
climbed.
Is there these tracks from these dead goblins leading from a certain direction?
I don't know. You got a ranger. The ranger could definitely check.
No,
Ranger
no,
be
no,
like,
no,
No way!
I'm not so far that I can't hear you
No,
guys
no.
call for
He's quivering behind a tree, going,
Yeah, the tree told me.
"There's a
exactly where it's
dragon!
at, too, and
There's a dragon
Get the
there!"
hell out of here!
hey Charlotte, we need your help.
Fine. Thanks. I'll
Okay.
face my fear of the
I'd like you
dragon.
to.
Okay.
Do you
Walk
see
back
any
around.
tracks by these goblins?
Snowland's standing with her head on his shoulder, just kind of looking over his shoulder.
Oh man.
Where did these goblins come
She's
from?
nice.
Okay. Let me check. Next roll.
Yeah.
A 7.
+2.
9.
Definitely did.
Can't find any distinction tracks here other than the fact that the wagon pulled out after the goblins were dead.
It's called for one of my natural explorers. It says
Okay, well, I
Also,
know for a
it's
fact.
potentially that
What's that?
he could have cast.
No,
them
don't show me.
up
Tell me
to
what you're saying.
Killed
Oh,
the
it's called
goblins
down.
to initiate
for
that.
one of
Yeah.
our
Or you
traits,
fed
natural
them,
explorer, it says well track
Yeah.
an exact number
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, or he
That's
fed
your
them-
favorite
or he fed them
terrain.
and killed
What
them.
is your favorite
Fed them.
terrain?
This
So we
is
go
forest.
after the wagon.
This is not a forest.
Oh gosh, dang.
We'll let it fed them
We
poison.
Fed
have to
them
figure out what
poison
to do with
food.
him. He's the only
Because
one
we're
that
above the air.
is left. If we figure out what's
Well,
doing
I
it to
don't know
him,
if
we
we're
can
in
stop it
another
all.
We're
four.
not-
Maybe he's from down there, and he fed them poison food.
He fed them fairy
Who?
food. If
Yeah,
that's what
that's
we're
what I
thinking.
mean.
Who,
Food
who
that's
fed
like-
who fairy food?
The wish guy.
The wagon tracks though that he is able to track
They head south.
they head south, but because you asked further about it, they go in a circle and they get smaller until they vanish, until they get down to really small size and aim right at the hole.
So
Wonderful.
He's in the hole.
Sounds about right.
There's a hole. There's a hole.
Well, that helps. So it is the fairy food that we're thinking.
So now what is he doing?
He's hanging on a rope.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead if we just leave and say, all right. See ya."
Yeah. So how can we fix him? Is
I'll go
anyone
back
know
to the-
greater
Maybe the elves.
restoration?
Maybe the elves.
We
It
can't go
hasn't
back
been
to the
full
elves
24
now.
hours, right? So
Yeah, it hasn't been
There's
24
some-
hours. We could definitely go back to the elves.
yeah.
Would you want to risk it?
I mean,
though?
I'm
Yeah.
not going back there.
Yeah.
Let's maybe
I'm with you.
maybe the
I'm not
stone
going
can
back
stay
there.
behind
I
and
have
we
an
go
idea.
to the
Okay.
elves.
I have an idea. So what if we take back the empty chest of gold and trade it back to them because it felt just as light as the wood did to them, so they wouldn't know a weight difference. And then we ask them to give them the gold in order to save a friend.
Because they did offer it before.
Right.
I'm down.
You
We're
could
gonna
you
do
could
it
definitely do this if somebody makes a particularly compelling story, and we will convene with that. Yes, next week it's 10:30. So,
No!
With your
you therefore are tasked with writing the poem that will save Glenn.
Yeah. So he's got double poems.
No, you can do either or both. You can do both for extra points. I believe in awarding extra credit.
I have faith in him.
I've never been an extra credit kind of guy.
Again,
So
yeah.
what would I have to change on
It's okay.
here for?
Just wait.
Okay.
I want to
I'll
thank
help
you
you with
guys
that.
for what's up.
I'll help him with
Okay,
that.
so I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. And make sure you check out our other shows
Bye-bye.
and
Bye bye.
our Patreon
Green Forest.
/Nikos.
Kitty, bye!
Peace in the Middle East.